What you need in the building? How's everybody doing today? I'm What You Need. If you don't know my channel, this is the channel What You Need. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget you can like, share, subscribe. Feel free to join in here as a guest. You can hop on here. The link is in the chat section. The StreamYard link, I'm using StreamYard. So you can always pop in here. If you would like to support this channel by donations, you can donate to PayPal. My PayPal link is also in the chat section as well. Okay, so let's get to it. As you can see from the title of the stream, talking about cap versus the real. And we got a lot of fighters out here doing a lot of cap to get people's attention, but in fact, they don't intend to follow through with that. Some people call it clout chasing. Some people just see that these fighters are trying to do anything to stay relevant in the boxing world. And this is what we're dealing with. What I'm going to do is try to identify areas where there's cap so you can see cap coming. And this includes matchups that seem to be too good to be true. And you have to look at the attitude of the fighters. You have to look also the promoters and so on, because in boxing today, a lot of fans are getting let down. Sean Porter said very recently that, the fans don't know what they want. Yes, we do know what we want. We want competitive fights. We want proper judging. And we want the best to face the best. It's really that simple. That's what fans want. So you give them that and they'll be happy. So what I'm going to do in this series in What You Need is I'm going to talk about signs of capping, right? I'm going to talk about signs of capping. Also, you guys feel free, as I said, to jump in here whenever you want to. The link is in the chat section. You also guys can talk in the chat section if you want to not show up here as a guest, but it's always nice to have a to and fro. And maybe some of you guys will add some extra things to this, because when you see a real fighter, there's also signs of what a real fighter looks like. Somebody who really takes the craft of boxing seriously, because what we have is a lot of professional fighters now doing some stuff that you'd expect from maybe a TikToker or a YouTuber, or maybe a guy like Jake Paul. You expect those antics from a guy like that, but you don't expect it from professional fighters, guys who've spent their whole lives and time in the boxing circuit. It's different when you're dedicated to a sport since, a very young age, versus somebody who jumps into the sports, probably is a celebrity already, or maybe a celebrity online and is doing it. Okay, so we want to make a difference between a sideshow and professional boxing, which is a professional sport. And I think a lot of us sometimes we are disappointed by the professional sport because of the kind of sideshow-like behavior that we see in the professional sport. And I have to say, I as one of the fans, also fell for some of these things. And so we're going to go into it. Now, if you look at the cover photo, you see Keith Thurman versus Tim Tszyu. We know Keith Thurman is not facing Tim Tszyu right now. Keith Thurman was all cap. And some people like to say, well, you really got injured, and they want to blame the injury. But I got so much to tell you guys about the sport of boxing and how to see through those holes. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So like I said before, we're looking at signs of capping. Okay, I'm What You Need. You're watching my channel. Don't forget that. And you can donate to this channel via PayPal. I'm going to say that one more time so that you guys can know that you can come here and donate. You also can pop on here as a guest. Don't forget that. And feel free to pop on here as a guest. The link is in the chat section. Hop in anytime you feel like it, okay? So let's get into it. Signs of capping. Let's start off with this. There are guys out there who they call out a fighter outside of their weight class. They're calling somebody 2-3 weight classes up, right? When in their own given division, they have top level fighters aplenty who they could face, which sometimes are better than the very fighter they're calling out at a higher weight class. We have seen fighters do this, and they troll us with it. And we as fans, we get some ideas, and our imagination starts going wild. Don't go for it. Don't bite the bait. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, it's cap. They're capping. Okay? They're capping. We've seen several fighters do this. Until they take action on that and actually go up to face those fighters, and even if they do, you have to watch to see if it's ducking or if it's a sort of suicidal move because the risk is versus reward. All right? And I can give you several examples. You know, Mikey Garcia going up to face Errol Spence Jr. instead of facing Vasily Lomachenko. I can tell you about Canelo Alvarez jumping up two divisions to face Sergey Kovalev instead of unifying with Demetrius Andrade to become undisputed. We can think of Terence Crawford right now looking to go. He wanted to jump up 3 divisions to face Canelo Alvarez instead of facing Jerome Boots Ennis, who's right in his division, who of all the boxers around Terence Crawford's weight class, whether it's 140 to 154, nobody's like it's not like Jerome Boots Ennis. And let me ask you guys this question. Tim Tszyu will be fighting Sebastian Fonfora. I don't need an answer from you guys for this. Tim Tszyu will be facing Sebastian Fonfora. Okay? Now, I got to ask you guys out there. Is Tim Tszyu a better fighter than Jerome Boots Ennis? No, come on now. Let's be real. Jerome Boots Ennis has to face a mandatory. Once he's getting that mandatory out the way, which is Crawley, then he's going to unify as well with probably Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is looking for greatness himself. Here's my problem. Mario Barrios should be right now as we speak, the WBC champion. But Terence Crawford would not vacate his WBC title. He will not vacate his WBA title that Stanionis is supposed to have. Okay? Why is it that Terence Crawford will not vacate his 147-pound titles, his WBO, his WBA, and his WBC titles? Why won't he vacate them if he doesn't intend to stay at welterweight? I'm asking you this question because here's my point. Jerome Boots Ennis is the IBF champion right now. Now, unless Terence Crawford is intending to face Jerome Boots Ennis in a unification bout, why is he still holding on to these title belts? Because Jerome Boots Ennis wants to do the same thing Tim Tszyu wants to do. The only difference is Tim Tszyu is going to be fighting for a vacated WBC title, whereas if Terence Crawford doesn't want to face Jerome Boots Ennis, don't you believe he should vacate all his titles and move up? Why is he still holding on to his titles? Nobody's going to say he's ducking him for Tim Tszyu because Tim Tszyu and Jerome Boots Ennis, they're both more or less on the same level. Let me explain what I mean. Jerome Boots is much more skilled. He's got much more ability than Tim Tszyu, but Tim Tszyu is bigger. He's physically bigger. So the size would have to play a role in that equation. But to hear Terence Crawford say he want to jump all the way up to face Canelo Alvarez when he has Boots Ennis right next to him, this is what Floyd Mayweather was saying. This is the point Floyd Mayweather was making, which a lot of you just missed. Well, if he wants to fight Canelo Alvarez, why not fight David Benavidez? He's going to fight the 168-pounder. You're going to be real. You're going to be a real 168-pounder, then fight 168, right? Floyd is making a point that you want to jump up 3 weight classes all the way up to Canelo's weight when you have a fighter who may be even better than Canelo because he can do more things than Canelo in the very weight you have your belts in right now. Make this make sense, people. Make this make sense. And that's how we know Terence Crawford is capping. He's capping. He's not going to face Canelo next. That's cap. And you guys have to be able to distinguish between cap and between the real. So calling out a fighter outside of your weight class when you have high level of opposition in your weight class, you know it's all cap. You have opposition. It's like Teofimo Lopez calling out Jerome Boots Ennis. Cap. It's cap. Teofimo Lopez is calling out everybody but Devin Haney. What he wants for Devin Haney? $20 million. Cap. Let's go to another one. There's several of them. If you guys want to add to this, please feel free. This is not a lecture. You're calling out a fighter when that fighter has a fight. When that fighter has secured a fight, that's when you're calling them out. You're not calling, you weren't saying nothing. You had nothing to say when they didn't have a fight. When the fighter was saying, let's fight, you had nothing to say. As soon as the fighter has a fight, you're chirping away. Cap. Cap. Okay? Let's go through another one. Oh, let me give you an example of that. There's many examples, but I'm going to give you one or two or three. Okay? I'll give you three examples. All right? First one, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. Devin Haney's facing Ryan Garcia. When Devin Haney landed the Regis Prograis fight, or they were in negotiations, Shakur said he want to face Devin Haney. Devin Haney beat Lomachenko months before, told Shakur to activate his mandatory. Shakur didn't activate the mandatory. Devin Haney continued to ask Shakur, and they were in talks. Shakur came and exposed the talks. Shakur finally activates the mandatory when Devin Haney has moved up and is making a fight with Regis Prograis. In the midst of Devin Haney negotiating the fight with Regis Prograis, Devin Haney engages Shakur again. He's engaging him again. And Shakur is talking about 50-50. Here's what he wants for the fight. Meaning, Shakur had never an intention to face Devin Haney. Cap. Okay? So, here's another example. Everybody always bad. They're always, dangerous. They all kinds of things when the other fighter has a fight. David Benavidez. Everybody talking about David Benavidez is a big boy and blah, blah, blah. Jermell Charlo calls out David Benavidez. Remember that? Calls him out. Jermell Charlo. So David Benavidez answers the call. He says, all right, let's make it happen. Charlo's talking about David Benavidez coming down to his weight. David Benavidez lands a fight. He's about to fight. Charlo's talking about, David Benavidez is easy work. And I'm going to fight David Benavidez. He's talking about David Benavidez when David Benavidez got a fight. Oh, now you chirping because he has a fight. You know he can't fight you. Cap. Or one more. I've seen fighters in boxing like they always have a lot to say and chirp and say a lot of things like Tank. Tank is chirping about Devin Haney, and we see sparring footage and Tank saying this and that about Devin Haney only when Devin Haney has a fight. Once Devin Haney has no fight and Devin Haney's calling out Tank, there's nothing from Tank. Tank is quiet. Zip. Ain't nothing to say. As soon as Devin Haney has a fight, Tank has something to say. Cap. I believe it when I see it. Meaning, when I see Tank in the ring and Haney in the ring opposite him, I believe it. Until then, I'm not going to believe nothing. Cap. When a fighter overprices themselves. The perfect example of this is recently with Canelo Alvarez, where he called out for an outlandish figure which he's never generated ever in his career to say that he could cover it. He asked for $200 million, $150 to $200 million. You know how many pay-per-view buys you have to do at $100 per pay-per-view to get that to happen? You have to do 1.5 to to 2 million pay-per-view buys to get to that number. Now, when has Canelo, of his own self, ever made those kinds of pay-per-view buys? Yes, he did it with Floyd. But where else has he done those numbers? Show me. What's the highest pay-per-view buys Canelo's ever made in his career outside of the Floyd Mayweather fight? How can you call for something you've never generated before and is not the biggest fight in boxing? Canelo versus David Benavidez is not the biggest fight in boxing. Talking a lot of stuff outside of your character or your nature, which you definitely can't back up. Cat. Well, we're seeing that right now with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is behaving way out of his character, way out of the scope of what he normally behaves and acts as. And that's because, to be honest with you, Ryan Garcia has been capping since day one. He had to accept the Devin Haney fight, a fight he does not want to actually have. He does not want to fight Devin Haney. Deep down in his soul, he doesn't want to have this fight. But he's going to face up to his fears. And he's capping all the way through. Ryan is capping like crazy. And to show you how bad Ryan is capping, you can see that Ryan is on this personal crusade to save the children, which is nothing wrong with bringing the attention to that. But it's a little bit weird when that's your focus. Like everything you're talking about is always this and not about the boxing. It shows your lack of focus. You know, you look at Rolly Romero as well has a lack of focus. You look at Pitbull Cruz. This guy's dedicated right down to the last dial. He don't care about nothing else but Rolly Romero. His focus is on Rolly Romero. You know, at least Devin Haney's still indulging the discussions on future fights. Not Pitbull. Pitbull's not making that mistake. He's so dialed in. He's so focused. He's not laughing at none of Rolly's jokes. He don't find nothing hilarious. Nothing. He's dialed in. You can tell a real fighter. He's dialed in to punish Devin Haney when that fight comes up, which will be tomorrow. All right? And that's a real fighter versus a fighter who's capping. And Rolly Romero is capping. Deep down inside, Rolly Romero knows he's been dropped by Barroso. He's been dropped by Tank. He remembers those dropping. And he going to be afraid to be dropped. I'm telling you, he's going to fight in fear a bit. Especially when Pitbull starts bringing that heat. He realizes his punching power. Rolly realizes his punching power and all the little boxing tricks he think he did ain't working. He's going to start to panic. And he's going to start to clinch. He's going to start to clinch Pitbull like mad. Okay? And Pitbull's going to do a number on him because Pitbull is dialed up to 9. He dialed up to 10. And everything Rolly said, Pitbull's going to make him feel it. He's going to make him feel it. He's going to bring that heat. I saw Pitbull's attitude. I'm going to watch the weigh-in. The weigh-in's going on right now as we speak. Pitbull ain't playing. He's not playing. He come to fight. He don't want to hear no old talk and all that bullshit. He come to fight. And he going to make Rolly Romero feel him. Trust me, he going to feel him before the night's over. It reminds me of Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. And Rolly talk a lot of smack, a lot of jokey stuff. Rolly's in for a fight. I can guarantee you that. Pulling out of fights, making excuses of mental health or injury. Now Ryan tried to do that. He actually tried to play the mental health card for a second. And he was talking about, people think he's not, and he's not going to pull out this fight and stuff. But really, Ryan is trying to make that excuse that he has mental health problems. He's trying to make the excuse that there's this deep underworld regime or organization that wants to destroy him and victimize. And I've heard this from Teofimo Lopez. The business is against him. To Ryan. To what's the other guy? to Tyson Fury. All of them say the same tired shit. And you as fans have to be able to see through the bullshit that they be saying, because they talk a lot of nonsense, a lot of foolishness. They trolling you. Okay, Tyson Fury trolled everybody. He got to face up to Usyk. You know, he got an injury. Yeah, let me tell you something. When a fighter don't want to be in a fight, and they like to do it the last minute, they pull out of fights by, say, supposedly getting injuries. That's a standard thing in boxing at almost every level. When a fighter don't really want to face another fighter, and you know the time's coming to the point, they pull out. Some of them pull out the day before. Some of them pull out the last minute. That's a lot of fighters, especially fighters who can't get fights. Badou Jack went through this. You can check the record on him. You can check the record on what's his name? Mickey Bay, and you know, fights do fall apart for various reasons, but a lot of times it's because the fighter didn't want to face the other fighter, and it was just too much, and they pulled out. And fighters sometimes pull out at last minute, and they have to get a last minute replacement as an opponent. And usually their excuse is they got an injury, but it's the oldest excuse in the book. They use it a lot. Okay. And mental health, shoot, man, that ship sailed a long time ago. You entered boxing, you had to have mental health problems. You had to take punches in your face. Most boxers have mental health problems. Anyway, so you're not saying anything new. Okay? No, but a lot of fighters, they don't want their stock to go down. They want their value to be as high as possible, so they try to avoid competition. So pulling out of fights is another way to see that this person was full of shit. And we have to watch out for those. And particularly Keith Thurman versus Tim Tszyu. Keith Thurman, he brought that injury upon himself. And I'm going to say this. He was trying to pull out the fight. He was trying to pull out the fight as soon as possible. Keith Thurman. Now, Sebastian Fonfora, he has no idea what he's going into. Fonfora thinks Tim Tszyu is like any other fighter he's faced. No, he's not. Tim Tszyu is cerebral. Tim Tszyu will dissect you, and he's going to get you out of there. He's going to get you up and out of there. If you don't belong in the ring with him, he's going to get you up and out of there. And I'm telling y'all right now, it'll be an exciting fight and everything, but Tim Tszyu is going to stop Fonfora. He's going to stop Sebastian Fonfora. Fonfora's style is all wrong for this fight. Tim Tszyu's not one of those guys you want to be messing around with. And how do we know this? Tim Tszyu has dealt with a fighter something like him, awkwardish, Jeff Horn. Tim Tszyu, I mean, he beat the crap out of Jeff Horn. Tim Tszyu, like Terrence Bud Crawford, they don't play when they go in the ring. They love to fight. They like to get in the fight, and they're gonna find them spots, and they're gonna mash on the accelerator and get you up out of there. And Sebastian Fonfora is gonna take a beating of his life. He's gonna be up and out of there. Tim Tszyu is gonna take out all his frustration for all the days. It controlled frustration, but nonetheless, he's gonna surgically destroy Fonfora. I'm just telling y'all that right now. Those people who think Fonfora is gonna make it a fight, no, this is not a fight. This is gonna be a one-side beatdown. I know y'all don't believe me, but I watched the Tim Tszyu's mentality. I see that mean streak in him. He gonna beat the living shit out of Fonfora. I'm just saying it right now for the record. He a real deal. I'm not saying Fonfora is not a real in terms of a fighter, but in terms of boxing and skill and all of that, there's a big gap. Tim Tszyu's been dealt with awkward fighters before. Jeff Horn. Big, awkward fighters. Okay? May not be long and tall. He's dealt with guys taller than him and longer than him as well. And Fonfora is about to get the beating of his life. Right? He usually is the bully. He about to get bullied. Bad. Okay? So I'm just saying that right now because Fonfora don't know how to take a step back, which is a very bad thing. That's not going to work well for him. Cap. When you're talking about the best of a division, but then you're facing much lesser opposition, you're running your mouth with nothing backing it up. Remember, cap is simply this. It's talking without any facts backing you up. When we look at your record, you ain't done shit. So you capping to get attention. The capping is for attention. Clout chasing. That's why we see cap. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to face the best. Like Teofimo Lopez saying he wanted to face Terrence Crawford, or Teofimo Lopez saying he wanted to face Jaron Boots Ennis. It's nothing wrong with that. The problem is why you ain't want to face Subriel Mateus or Devin Haney in your own division. This is where we have a problem. You understand? And that's why he's capping. He's talking about Jerome Boots Ennis, which is a cross-promotional fight, first of all. And second of all, is a guy many divisions up, one division up from you. Why are you doing that? Why are you trying to fight a guy who's not even relevant to your division? Don't you want to clean out your division first before you try and fight that guy? And he will argue that nobody want to face me. Oh, Devin Haney called you out and you said $20 million. Would you hope to get $20 million with Jerome Boots Ennis? Because that ain't happening. It ain't happening, buddy. He's IBF. You, I believe, at the WBO. So why are you calling out the IBF champion? You should be calling out the WBO champion. You know, you can get that fight much quicker. As Terrence Crawford's calling out Tim Tszyu, and he's made himself the mandatory for the winner of Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. So if you're bad talking the very best of the division, then you're facing lesser, like Shakur Stevenson is doing. You know, he's bad talking Devin Haney, who's not even in his division. He's bad talking him, and then he's going to face Haratunian or Abdulev. That's who he's going to face next. One of them two. He's not facing what the guy name? He's not facing what's his name? Hold on a second. He's not facing is it Murata? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. Muratalla. He's not facing Muratalla. He's not going to face Raymond. He's not going to face Raymond. Raymond's too good at boxing. It's too tough a fight. He already and he has power. And he's technically sound. You know what I mean? I've seen Muratalla. He's good, great, fantastic boxer. He's not going to face him. And he's with Top Rank. Shakur's all talk. He's capping. That's why we call him the Cap King. That's why De Los Santos called him Shakira Twitterson, because he thinks he's full of shit. You know, he's not ready. He's not ready for them guys. He's not even ready for Raymond Muratalla. You know why we know this? You know why we know Shakur's not ready for that? He showed it. In his fight against De Los Santos, he wasn't trying to get the smoke. He wasn't trying to get the smoke. Right? And De Los Santos, when he faced him, had a loss already on his record. Muratalla is not as quick, not as sharp, not as fast as De Los Santos, but he is so much more defensively responsible and technically sound. Shakur ain't want nothing to do with that dude. Nothing. He's capping. Now, it would be one thing. Let me explain why it wouldn't be cap if Shakur just shut the hell up and face Zur Abdulev or whoever else, or Haratunian, who, by the way, Frank Martin just beat. Frank Martin just beat Muratorian, and Devin Haney a long time ago beat Zur Abdulev. And them is the guys that Shakur be facing. Now, nobody would say nothing if you just shut up and say nothing, Shakur. You're opening your mouth and bad talking Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. The Ryan Garcia that faced Gervonta Tank Davis, when you ain't faced nobody. Nobody. You ain't faced Tio. You ain't faced Tank. You ain't faced United. Tank said you were supposed to be next. Why ain't you even mad that you ain't getting a Tank fight instead of Frank Martin? Instead, you go in on Frank Martin, who has actually landed a better opponent in terms of money than you. So where did Frank Martin go wrong? How did he duck you and he's facing a guy who's on your level? He didn't duck you. He got a better offer, a more lucrative offer, and he went for that. That's not a duck. But you, on the other hand, talking all this big talk, all this cap about Ryan ain't good for Dev, and you want to fight with Ryan next, and you ain't saying nothing about Tank, mind you. Not one damn thing about Tank, right? You're going in on Frank, who's facing a better competitor than you. And you going to be facing who? Who? Devin Haney leftovers? Frank's leftovers? You're not going to face Muratalla. Muratalla? You turning down Muratalla to face leftovers? Bro, who the one capping here? Who's not being real? Avoiding a fighter you claim is easy work for a fighter of lesser accomplishments or level. Jenkins in the building. Shout out to RJ Jenkins. Come in, my brother.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, RJ Jenkins in the building?
I hear you talking, but Shakur beats everybody, bro. He beats everybody. No one beats Shakur.
I have no problem with that. I don't have a problem with you believing that, my friend.
Listen. He has the best record out of all the small people. Okay? His accomplishment is better than a lot of the guys you just mentioned. Okay? He's a multiple weight class champion.
That's true.
Okay, what have Ryan do? Ryan hasn't even won a belt yet. So how can you even put him in that category? Tank. So what he faced Tank, but his accomplishments is the key. That's what we're dealing with in boxing.
And he faced Luke Campbell.
His accomplishments. His accomplishments. Check out the accomplishments. That's what we're looking for. Belts.
Yeah, what did he accomplish at lightweight?
Belts is the key. You winning belts is the reason why we are in the game of boxing.
Against who? There's a lot of
against world champions. Against the world
won belts, but
right.
They're not remembered.
So what are we talking here though? You talking about
this is a guy that's calling out people,
right?
Turning around,
right,
and making excuses for not facing them, and then facing lesser people.
No. What excuse did he make? He didn't get.
Well,
listen. He didn't get no offer to fight Devin Haney. That's all. That was cap.
No, okay. He came out and said he got an offer.
No. He didn't get an offer, bro. He didn't get an offer. He did not get an offer. That was just talked by Devin Haney's father.
No.
And Bill Haney threw a lot of. Listen, Bill Haney
came out.
And you can't make no deal over Twitter.
Me, little bro. He literally said that on Twitter.
You can't make no.
Show you the receipt on Twitter.
You cannot make no deal over Twitter.
I'm going to show you
unless you got paperwork
to show. I go with facts, my brother.
Unless you got paperwork to prove that.
Yes, I'm going to show you right now on Twitter.
There's no paperwork. There was no written paperwork that he sent Bob Arum to fight Shakur Stevenson.
Listen,
there's no. If you go to a court of law, listen. What you need. Listen, if you go to a court of law, and you don't have the paperwork, it don't matter what you said.
No, it matters what you say because
it don't matter what you say because the paperwork is the paperwork is what makes it legit, bro. The paperwork is what make it legit.
But the point is,
if my name, if you don't have nothing in writing, if you don't have nothing in writing, you can say
nobody else.
If you don't have nothing in writing,
in the background.
No. Bill Haney brought it up.
No.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Bill Haney brought it up.
No.
Bill Haney said, we offered Shakur 25%, and he went the other way. That's what Bill Haney said. That's what Bill. How can you offer Shakur Stevens 25%? How's that even possible?
Shakur was
that's a slap in the face.
He wasn't the first to talk about 25%. They weren't the first people to talk about that to start.
Right. So it was no contract,
was reported by what's the guy's name? The reporter said it was 25%. Shakur said what Shakur said to Devin Haney on Twitter. I have Devin Haney's account, so I can easily pull it up on Twitter.
All right.
He said you lowballing me, son. That's what he said.
Right.
He literally said that. He didn't say anything about 25%. He was the first guy talking directly to Devin Haney on Twitter. Said he's the one that brought it up. And then what's his name? Something Benson or whatever his name is, spoke about it on ESPN on Twitter. He tweeted it.
And said
what I'm saying is there was something going on in the background, and Shakur, and then it became something else, and now we know we know some of the story. And the point is they were negotiating in the background to fight, right? And Shakur is the one that brought it to light. And then after all of this, we're seeing at the end of it that Shakur
there was no listen what you need. There was no contract, no written contract.
It was an offer made.
There was a written. Listen.
There can't be no written contract.
Listen, hold on, bro. Hold on. Shakur sent Frank Martin a written. That's not. Was Shakur? No. Tank sent. Was it Tank or Shakur? I'm trying to think. No, yeah, it was. Shakur was supposed to fight Frank Martin first, right?
Hold on. Let me.
Shakur was supposed. Hold on. Shakur was supposed to fight Frank Martin first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But what happened?
Hold on. Shakur had offered Frank Martin. There was a contract that Frank Martin turned down. That's why they called Frank Martin Duck, because he didn't take the contract that Shakur had sent. Okay, that's a duck because there was a written contract already set in stone. Listen, brother, listen. There was a written contract already set in stone.
Yes.
And then Frank Martin turned around and said he would go the other way. He didn't want that.
Yeah, but he's not ducking
so all right, now hold on. Now you're looking at Haney. Haney, you talking about
fighter.
You talking about Haney? Okay, now you talking about Haney. Listen, hold on. Let me talk. Let me finish.
Okay, shoot.
You talking about Haney? Never sent a written contract. Never said anything to Bob Arum. This is all Twitter. This is all hearsay. Okay, this is all back and forth between Shakur and his father online. There was nothing written about it. I could show you a video where Shakur said there was never a contract even sent. I could show you where Bob Arum said there was no contract even sent by Bill Haney. Okay?
Right. So what I'm saying to you,
so there was no contract. This is all words.
Before we go on, is the need to give structure to this, because if you don't have structure, then we get caught up in things and we still don't understand what's going on. The way how negotiations go, there's never a contract in the beginning of negotiations. It doesn't work like that, right? Even Steven Espinoza, when he was speaking to,
there is a contract.
I believe it was Fight Hype. It's either Fight Hype or Fight Hub.
He
was talking about how negotiations, you don't just send somebody an offer out of the clip.
There is a contract. No. There is. You're wrong, brother. You're wrong. There is a contract, because if you watch the beginning of the negotiations, let me finish. Let me finish before you interrupt me.
Wait.
When you watch the negotiations between Bud and Spence,
I'll give you a chance to talk. But we need to have a proper framework here. All right. I'm not speaking now to Shakur or any specific incidents. I am speaking about how it works, right?
Right. I'm trying to tell you that you're wrong.
I'm coming back to you. I'm
you're
just
wrong.
saying that in a structure, you don't just go out there and just drop an offer on somebody just like that. Email them an offer. What happens first is you have discussions. Now, an offer is not a contract. See, this is the thing. So when we talking about specific things, we got to put it in the proper context. That's why.
But is it in writing? Is it in writing? Is the offer in writing?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Is the offer in writing?
Even yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It is in writing. Yes, it is in writing. You're incorrect. It is in writing. But you send the offer. You send the offer, and
we want to educate our audience as well.
Okay, but I'm trying to tell you, you send the offer.
Before you go into all of that, I'm just saying, an offer can be verbally made, but before even an offer is made in negotiations, people have to talk with one another first. So that's why it's behind the scenes. You understand what I'm saying? So the first thing, and even if an offer is made, it may be a verbal offer, because remember, before a contract, we have to find out what the other fighter wants. So what they do is they say, okay, so then they behind the scenes, they say, okay, what is it you want? How much you want? So it's a negotiation. It's a back and forth first before anything goes down on paper. And then there may be a draft put down on paper, but that's still not the thing. And then the person says, okay, I agree to this. I agree to this.
Right. That's my whole point. It's written down what you want in the contract. It has to be written down.
Good.
So when you negotiate, it is written down. So what happened is they send you what their terms are, and then they send back what they want in that terms.
Good. Yes.
All right. Good. So if y'all come into agreement, but it's all written down.
Yes. And not only that, but there also is, remember, for instance, one side may not even be communicating with the other side. They may be communicating with the lawyers that represent the other side. So it's a legal thing going back and forth here. And sometimes all the fighters would do, they would say, the legal team might come to the fighter and say, do you agree with this? And the fighter might say yes or no. So you have to understand, it's not, even with the Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford thing, where the two guys, the fighters met each other, yes. But the legalities and the back and forth, that's why it took so long with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, because the legalities now, you're going to a chain of people back and forth with each other. And sometimes there's nothing signed, there's nothing written. They're just ironing out the details before they write it down. So you could have an offer made to another guy that's not written. You understand? Because all of this is happening.
But it's not official though.
And what the fighters are doing today.
If it's not written on paper, it's not official. So it's not an offer. Anything's not written. No, it's not. No, it's not. I can offer you $1 million. I can offer you $1 million. Listen, bro. I can offer you $1 million. I don't have the $1 million to give you. I can offer you, but it's not official. That's what I'm saying. If it's not written or signed, it's not official.
So in law, there is something called a verbal agreement. So if, for example, you agree, this is only if you agree, okay? So if both parties agree on something verbally, you okay? You there? No. Oh shit. Let me get you back. There you go. I'm not trying to debate you. I'm just saying that the general. I'm just talking about the general thing right now. So in terms of a verbal agreement, yes, there's such a thing as a verbal agreement, especially if you record it, right? Especially if you record it. But even for all of that,
depends on the terms.
Yes,
depends on certain terms,
etc. Yes, I agree. And usually, what happens is sometimes people agree to the verbal agreement first, and then they write down some of the things. Sometimes they don't even write down anything until the final thing, and then they get the lawyers to write out the contract. You see, so it's different ways how they negotiate in the background. But the important thing is, if somebody makes an offer. Now, here's the thing, though. Today, in today's world, because everybody's interested in the business of boxing, this stuff's not supposed to be. When people are really making a fight, you don't hear nothing. You don't hear. We are not privy to that. They have their own internal discussions and so on. So if people are really serious about making a fight, you wouldn't hear anything about it. Now, if one side decides to out what's going on, it's probably because that side either doesn't want to make the fight, or they just don't think whatever is happening in the background, for whatever reason, is not beneficial to them, so they don't want to make no fight, right? So usually when you start to see this sort of stuff happening, is because something in the background made somebody salty, or somebody didn't want to fight.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So you stating that the situation with Shakur,
yes,
a lot of stuff, like I said, a lot of stuff. People want to see certain fights, but
yes,
Bob Arum is in the way of that.
Absolutely.
So Shakur want to fight every Shakur wants to fight any and everybody. Shakur's not ducking no smoke. He want everybody.
The problem is,
but the thing about Bob is in the way. Just like Bob was in the way of Bud getting his fight with Errol and making big money. Bob was in the way. Just like Bob was in the way of Floyd Mayweather making big money. Bob, see, think about Bob. The thing about Bob will give you, if you're white or Mexican or somebody like that, you're gonna make money. You're gonna make money. You're gonna make money with Bob. Most black fighters don't make no money with Bob.
Here's the thing.
Listen. Hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah, you go
Bob will give you all the opportunities. You could be world champion, this, that, and that, but he's not paying you nothing. He's not paying you nothing. Know why? Because he's old. The old timers, they don't believe in giving people boxers all this money.
Yes.
They don't believe in giving boxers all this money back in, you know what I'm saying? He has that old mentality. Yes. He has the old slave mentality. He don't believe in giving, he believe in getting the piece of pie, even though he ain't in there. You know what I'm saying? And then he don't even help really promote fights anyway.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He just he sucks these fighters dry. That's why I give Al Haymon the hands up, because he's working with these guys.
Yeah,
he's helping these guys. He's helping these guys, letting people become their own promoter. They get the big piece of the pie.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why Eddie Hearns and all these guys hate Haymon, because these guys getting the bulk of the pie. Fighters are making money like never seen before.
We got a lot of millionaires now. We got a lot.
Under Al Haymon.
Oh yeah, they didn't like Don King for the same reason. Don King was making millionaires like crazy.
And Bob still got that slave contract mentality.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what T.O. was trying to get out. T.O. was trying to get out from under that too.
T.O. is stuck. He's stuck because, number one, with all his accomplishment, he should be millions over. Millions over.
10 million, 15 million a fight, man.
Even more than that. Look at Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia earned $100 million and he ain't never been a world champion.
30
Why? Because of his following.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of his following.
But because of
Tank got accomplishment. Yes, exactly. You gotta have a dance partner.
Yeah.
And that's what broke records right there between those two.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Tank's following along with Ryan Garcia following. And that made that made magic for them to make that kind of money.
That's why Oscar's doesn't have a problem with him facing Devin right now, because he realizes Ryan's gonna make money.
But he's not gonna make that, because Devin don't have nothing to bring to the table. Devin don't have a following.
Oh, he has a big following.
No, Devin don't have no following, bro.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Devin don't have a following. Don't believe. He talking about don't believe Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns is a big liar. Bro,
it's not about believing. You just
I'm trying to tell you, he didn't sell nothing out. He never sold out nothing. Huh?
Just go on Devin Haney's Instagram.
You can tell I don't care what you tell me. I can tell you he never sold arena out. And then if you look at his, no, he did not sell out. He did not sell out.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
That's a fact.
That was a lie.
It's not a lie.
That was a lie. He did not sell out. I'm telling you, he did not sell out. They make it seem like he sold out. Bro, he did not sell out. I'm telling you fact. Brother, listen to what I'm telling you. brother. Listen, what I'm telling you.
That's fact.
He
I'm not
did he did not sell out, brother. I'm trying to tell you. And the numbers of the pay-per-view were low, very low.
So they say.
Nobody. So they say nobody bought that pay-per-view, bro. Why you think they didn't post the numbers? You know what I'm saying? Nobody bought that pay-per-view. These are facts. You can't listen to what Eddie Hearn did. They trying to make Devin Haney the star. He's not like that. He's a good boxer with no power.
In the chase, this is what they say here. It's all reported, man. It's all documented.
Reported what? He didn't sell out. He never sold out nothing. He don't have a following, brother. I'm trying to tell you. Devin Haney does not have a following. He is riding off the back of Garcia. Okay? When they fight, he's riding off the back of Garcia. He know Garcia is a heavy YouTube and internet sensation. This is the reason why he has a following. Okay, he has that pretty boy look. He has that pretty boy look like De La Hoya did. And he has the women.
Haney Pro Grace fight sells out Chase Center in
what source is that, bro? What source is that? What source is that? Where you getting your information from?
This is Kron from San Francisco. Let's see what else we got. It's all over Google, man.
Bro, he did not sell out. That's a lie. It's a lie. He didn't sell out. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lie.
Chase Center Gate was. Chase Center Gate was.
Let me also tell you something. That fight when he fought Pro Grace, they were giving away the tickets for free.
Well, they
were giving away free tickets.
They made one. What's the gate here? Chase Center Gate was
You can't read unless it's credible. You can't read from just anybody's website. It has to be a credible website, brother. If it's not credible, you can't go by what they say. Okay? It has to be credible. Now I'm telling you, he didn't sell out. They were giving away tickets to people on the streets for free.
I'm trying to find another one. Like probably you listen to BoxingScene.com?
No. I'm listening. Give me big time credible people, not no little small people that's talking. And a lot of those guys is biased. Okay, you got a lot of reporters that's biased.
Do you know what BoxingScene.com? That's
no, I don't know
about all kinds of boxing reports.
No, I do not. I do not. I don't know how credible they are, brother. I'm not going by that. I'm going by credible reports. Credible, but unbiased reports. He did not sell out, brother.
This is the debut of, I think, boxing in the Chase Center. This was the first fight in the Chase Center in ages. Well, anyway, as I was saying to you,
I know he didn't sell out. He didn't sell out.
All I know is this. That with Shakur Stevenson, I'm not saying he's not a hell of a fighter. I know what Shakur is doing. His strategy is basically this: stay relevant. So he's talking, so he would stay relevant, which is very sensible because you're living in an age of social media. I think his approach is a little wrong, but I'm not saying he's not a hell of a fighter either. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just speaking the truth in terms of Shakur Stevenson and what he's doing, the antics. And you have to know when it's capped and when it's for real. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, his issue
and all I'm trying to do is
his issue is Bob Arum. We don't
defer like that. When you can't, you see why I say capping is this. Some things and Devin and not Devin Haney, but Bill Haney caps too, right? But you have to know when someone is capping and when they are talking something that you could take seriously. So what I'm trying to do to the fans is tell the difference between when somebody's capping in the industry, so you don't take it too seriously. Like what happened with Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu, cap. Keith Thurman, let me tell you something. That guy pulled out the fight, whether you like it or not. Now people are gonna say it's injury and stuff. But that's a common thing in boxing where fighters get injuries. It's the best excuse to get out of a fight.
Bro, but he showed you he showed you he showed you the redness. Listen, you don't go on a fight. You a fool if you go on a fight hurt, knowing that. Listen. You're a fool if you go on a fight hurt with a guy that you think that you're gonna have a tough time with. If you're gonna go have a tough time with an easy guy, you know that he's either beat with one hand. All right, cool. But when you go on a fight with a person that you know you're may have issues with, and first of all, he's going up in weight. Yeah, he's not fighting at 147. He's fighting at 154. So he's going up in weight. So it'd be a fool. He'd be foolish. He'll be foolish to go up and fight injured at 154 pounds. That's foolish. That's foolish.
In jeopardy. And on top of that,
he was training. It happens. He's getting older. As you're getting older, you're gonna hurt yourself, bro.
It's so coincidental that after Sean Porter interviews Tim Tszyu, where Tim Tszyu tells sort of his game plan and how to deal with Keith Thurman, that Keith Thurman immediately gets an injury after. How is that so? How does that happen?
Don't worry about it. Fundora, I seen Fundora giving Tim Tszyu problems.
Who? Fundora?
Yes, I
might give him for 1 or 2 rounds.
I see him giving big problems. And Fundora might even come out with the victory.
Anything's possible in boxing, but I think highly unlikely.
You gotta look at his height. If he fights a small fight, keeps Tim Tszyu on the outside his jab, and counter him, he'll beat Tim Tszyu all day.
A guy that has made his reputation mixing it up with fighters on the inside to suddenly change.
Possibly.
He's going to box this guy from the outside.
That's all he need to do. That's what make the fight easy for him. He don't need to be in there slugging. He don't need to be in there slugging. You got the height and the reach.
Do what he gonna do. This is what he do.
If you but being that he got knocked down, he may see that he need to change a few things. He may see that he needs to change it, and he may shock you. He may shock you tomorrow. He may shock you tomorrow and start moving around and boxing Tim Tszyu. See, Tim Tszyu, for him to in order for him to catch Fundora, he have to slip and counter. If he or he has to slip and counter, that's the only way he gonna be able to catch him. But if he keep Tim Tszyu on the end of his jab and keep moving, Tim Tszyu is not gonna beat him. Tim Tszyu is not going to beat him.
You said a key word there. If.
Yeah.
If.
That's right.
How long can you do that before he reverts to what he does best?
It all depends. If it's working, it could be go for 12 rounds.
And suppose it don't work because he trying to do something that he's not good at. That's not what Fundora does.
Who just say he's not good at that?
Oh, he's not good at that.
What fight have you seen to say that? What fight have you seen him do that?
Have you ever seen him box off the back foot?
Amateurs. Check his amateur fights.
Amateurs.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
Yes, check his amateur fight. Yes.
Have you seen
that's the way he was brought up. He just liked to mix it up. He liked to mix it up because he got
a height.
He got different coaches. He got a different coach from when he was an amateur to when he's in the pros.
Well, he better go back to that amateur, and he better do a good job. He got to sustain that for 12 rounds.
I see him winning. His sister just won the WBC. I see him winning WBC and WBO tomorrow night. I see him winning.
Yeah, all good, well and good. But Tszyu is coming for him. And height?
Yeah, who is Tszyu?
Nothing for Tszyu.
Who is Tszyu? Tszyu is nobody.
Okay.
Tszyu is nobody.
Who Tszyu is tomorrow night.
Tszyu is nobody, bro. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think Tszyu could be
what does that have to do with Fundora though?
No, hold up. Let me finish what I got to say. Tomorrow. Do you think Tszyu could have beaten Charlo?
What does that have to do with Fundora?
Answer my question.
Charlo is a totally different fighter.
I'm asking you a question. Do you think Tszyu could beat Charlo? Yes or no?
That's a question you should ask Jamel Charlo. Don't ask me a question because
All
he will
right.
be the one facing it.
Do you think Zoo could beat Bud Crawford?
Anything is possible in boxing.
No, the way you answer that, when you said that, good and well he can't beat no Bud Crawford.
I'm not gonna say that. I don't know what the limits of a fighter is.
He stopped. Bud Crawford stopped.
Would I love to see that fight? Hell yes, I would love to see that.
Bud Crawford stops Tim Tszyu. Let me also tell you a situation.
I'm not saying no.
Let me tell you something that you may not even realize. Tim Tszyu is really intimidated. He is intimidated. He is intimidated by Fundora's size.
You gotta understand.
I am telling you, he is intimidated because you gotta realize. He's taking this fight. He's taking this fight on a 12-day notice. You put a 6'6" guy in front of you. He was prepared for Keith Thurman. You put a 6'6"
fight like 6'6". He got
listen. You put he's prepared for Keith Thurman, and then you don't have a guy that's tall enough to emulate Fundora to even get
basketball. This is boxing.
I'm just saying, you don't have a guy to practice to where you can practice your strategies on.
He did. He fought Fox. He's sparring against Fox, who's a southpaw and tall.
When was this?
We brought him in the very next day. The change happened. Him and two other guys, tall southpaws, brought in 3.
Okay, but Fox is no level near Fundora. He's nowhere near Fundora.
He's a much bigger guy. He fights at I believe he fights at middleweight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it don't matter. He don't have the skills as Fundora.
No, he have a different style.
Right.
Fundora throw a lot of punches.
Right. Exactly.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
That's what's gonna keep Tim Tszyu at bay.
Okay.
I see Tim Tszyu running into a lot of punches, buddy.
Tim Tszyu running into a lot of punches, or Fundora running into a lot of punches?
Think about Tim Tszyu. Fundora ain't got to run into nothing. Fundora's 6'6". He has to come to Fundora. Fundora don't have to come to him.
How do you chop down a tree? Do you chop down a tree from the top, or do you chop down the tree from the bottom?
You go to the body.
Okay then.
Okay, so because if he go to the body, he goes to his head. If you go into my body, I'm going to your head.
You could try to go to my head.
You could try to go to my body.
I'm gonna show you something.
If a person go to the body, if a person goes to a man's body, the head is open.
My head's way down there.
Your head is open. Your head is open if you go to my body, brother. Yes, it is. Your head is open. If you release a punch to my body, if you swing it to my body, bro, if you swing it to my body, your head is open. How can you hit me? How can you go to my body and guard your head at the same time? That isn't possible.
Counter. You throw out, I slip and I do my thing.
Bro, you're not making no sense.
You know what being defensively responsible is? Where you slipping and you rolling and you rolling.
Bro, I'm a trainer. I'm a boxing trainer, brother. There's nothing you can't tell me. I'm a boxing trainer. If a person goes to, if I tell my fighters every time, if I tell my fighters every time, listen, if I tell my fighters every time, if you go to his body, if he goes to your body, go to his head. If he go to your head, go to his body. It's always something open. It's always something open.
Anytime you throw offenses,
I'm gonna throw punches right in the midst of you throwing punches.
That's why
we're gonna see who's gonna get there first.
I want to hit you. You can't hit me.
How's that?
I want to hit you. You can't hit me.
How's that possible?
How you mean? How's that possible?
Explain yourself.
Come on, man. You a coach.
Yeah, explain yourself. How's that gonna be possible?
Weak side attack.
Huh?
Weak side attack.
Well, explain that. Explain what you're talking about. I don't understand weak side attack. What are you talking about?
Oh, come on. Serious?
What are you talking about? Explain yourself.
Simple boxing, man. Simple boxing.
No, you ain't making no sense to me. Explain.
So if I'm an orthodox fighter and you're a southpaw, right? This is basic stuff. Basic stuff, right? I need to get my lead foot to the outside of your foot, right? Why?
Right.
Why do I do that?
Because you want to be able to go out. You want to be able to pivot out.
Not only that, I want to hit you, and you must not be able to hit me. So when I slip your jab, I'm on the outside of your jab. I can throw a shot straight up the middle. You can't hit me. You have to go across your jab.
No, I do not. I can hit you with an uppercut. I can hit you with a counter uppercut.
No, you already throw a shot.
What are you talking about? I can hit you with an uppercut.
Uppercut across your jab. You can't.
No, I can throw an uppercut. You throwing your shot, I can throw. Listen, bro. If you go into my weak side, I can hit you with an uppercut.
You have to cross your hands to do that.
Exactly.
Not happening.
Yes, it is.
No, you have to pivot.
Yes, it is. You're not lining me up. You're not. Listen, you're not lying. You're not lining me up.
Meanwhile, I'm on the side of you. I pivot to the side of you, and I'm landing punches to the side of you. Come on, man.
Bro, you gotta get there. You gotta get to the side of me.
That's just simple boxing. That's
you're not. Listen, you talking about two different things. You talking about two different things, bro. We were just talking about going to the body.
We said
you were talking about going to the body.
We said you asked me, how is it that I can hit you and you can't hit me?
No,
there's many that wasn't what that happened.
But I'm saying, but you changed the whole subject around because you said that you will go to the person body. You said, what's the best way to chop the tree down? You said go to the body. That was our conversation. Okay, that was our conversation. All right, let's stick. All right, let's stay there.
Let's stay right to your body, slip into
let's stay there. Let's stay. Okay, let's stay there. Let's stay there. You said go to the body. I said if you go to my body, you expose your head.
Don't throw no uppercut and hit nothing.
Listen, brother. Listen.
It's impossible to hit me.
You're not listening. You're not listening. You want to talk and not to listen. Listen, brother. We having a conversation. You talk, I listen. I talk, you listen. Listen, you said go to my body. I say if you go into my body, you expose.
Nobody do that. Nobody.
Brother, if you go to my body,
planet Earth does that.
If you go to my body, you are exposing yourself. You expose
something that's not there.
How's it? It is there. If you go to my body. What are you talking about?
Throw an uppercut underneath your jab. It's impossible. You have to pivot,
bro.
By that time, I'm gone.
You still talking about going to the head? You still talking about going to the head? We talking about what you said before.
I said to the body.
You said go to the body. Yes.
I can mix
yes. Okay. Now.
It don't make a difference.
How you want? Yes, it does make a difference.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It does make a difference. If you go to the person's body, okay, your head is exposed.
No, your head is not exposed because
so how is it exposed? Who you? Okay, which what hand? Hold on. What hand are you hitting me to the body with?
If I'm an orthodox fighter and you're southpaw, listen carefully. This is
what hand are you hitting me to the body with? That's what I want to hear.
The right hand.
All right. So you think your right head is not going to be open? The right side of your head is not going to be open if you go to my body?
I'm on the left side of your jab.
What are you talking about? I'm not even throwing the jab.
If you stand in here, I'm over here. I'm not in front of you. Because I punch and I threw my punch.
Yeah, so guess what? Guess what? I can hit you with a damn hook.
What hook? You threw a jab.
That hook.
How you gonna hook off a jab?
I ain't throw nothing. You said go to the body. I ain't throw no punches. What are you talking about?
You have to throw a punch. That's why I slipped it. That's the word. Slip.
Listen.
Slip.
See, you are confused, bro. You are so confused.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you that. No, you're not listening. You're not listening because I said, let's go back. I said, Fundora do not have to go to him. Okay, he has to come to Fundora. That was the original conversation, right? Listen to what I'm saying. He has to come to Fundora. It does matter. It does matter. The only way that Fundora loses his height. Only way that Fundora loses his height if he counters him. That's the only way Fundora loses his height. If he cannot be, if Fundora does not, if Fundora is not being counted, he's not losing his height. He has the advantage. Fundora has the advantage if he's not being counted. Okay, that's my point. If he hit you with a fast enough jab,
what that's supposed to mean?
What?
About countering. It's about
but listen,
and it's about
If Fedora stay on his toes, if Fedora moves and give angles and uses his jab,
he ain't gonna do that.
Tim Tszyu will have a tough night.
Fundora fights.
You don't know what Fundora is. You don't know what Fundora gonna do. After him being knocked out by Brian Mendoza, he might have said he fought stupid and he need to make the fight easier. He might have learned from his loss from Brian Mendoza. That's my point, bro. People go back in the lab, they look at what they did, and they see that, yo, I need some improvement on this. I can make it much easier than this. All right, you don't know what effect that had on him when he lost to Mendoza, because he was beating Brian Mendoza until Mendoza caught him with a lucky shot. He was beating him. Yes. Okay. He was beating Brian Mendoza. He was outpointing him. He was winning. He got caught. He got caught with a shot, and he got dropped. He got dropped. Now, if you do your homework and you constantly look at tapes and you say, yo, what am I doing wrong? And you start studying and you start practicing on the things that you're doing wrong, you're going to become an improved fighter. He knows that he is 6'6". He shouldn't be in there fighting like that. He should be on the outside. That's his game, on the outside, because of his height. He should not be fighting like a small guy on the inside. If he keeps his jab on the outside, yes, he did. When he was younger, he fought like that. Okay. He keep his jab on the outside. He pivots and he waits to Tim Tszyu make his point. He can counter Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu can't do nothing about it.
Coach, let me say this: what you're saying is the game plan to fight Tim Tszyu, even though Tony Harrison didn't do so well. But what I'm saying,
Tony Harrison's a bum.
Fundora ain't that kind of fighter. You know this, coach. We'll
see.
Fundora ain't that kind of dude.
We'll see tomorrow. So when he wins the fight tomorrow, don't be shocked, because I'm the one that
won't be shocked. It's boxing. Anything could happen. But I'm just saying though, you know Fundora and you know his style in the pros, and he don't do that though. That's my thing. That's my problem. He throw a lot of punches. He throw from all kinds of different angles because he's long. He can catch you with a punch that you thought you pulled back from. So he catch you from the outside and then he comes inside. It's kind of like Errol Spence. Errol Spence do his best work on the inside, right? But he will jab you from outside to get to the inside to do his work. Paul Williams, same thing. Long arms, jab you from the outside, get in the inside, right? Them guys, that's just the way they are. They like to fight in a cupboard. They like to fight in a phone booth. That's their thing. That's what they do. You know, and I'm not mad at it. I don't know exactly what happened. You could be right, and Fundora could destroy Tim Tszyu with overwhelming with the punches and stuff. Who knows?
Tim Tszyu fights just like his father fought. Matter of fact, I think his father fought even. I think his father fought smarter than him.
Yeah, his father was super lightweight. Welterweight. Yeah.
No, I ain't say smaller than him. I said smarter. He fought smarter. Well, yeah. I mean, because he fought
a lot more experience.
Yes, he fought big names. His father.
But I do think that Tim is in the beginning of his career anyway, so he young in the game. He also
has a brother that fights too.
It's the same trainer.
He also has a brother that fights.
Yep.
His younger brother fights as well.
Yeah. Yep. So they, but I'm telling you, man, Tim is a solid guy, and he big for 154. He's a big 154.
Yeah, but he don't have no special effects, man. He's straight up and down. He's just a tough dude.
You think so?
He takes too much. He don't have no defense. He takes too much punches.
Okay.
He takes too much punches. He don't have no defense, bro.
You think he has no defense?
And then and deep in your heart, when I ask you the question, do you think he can be Bud? You in your mind, you saying hell no. I know you in your mind. You saying hell no. He can't be no Bud.
Of course, I agree with you on that. But I decided to say anything could happen in boxing. That's another way of saying
that's anybody.
More than likely not.
I can hit the lottery tomorrow. Anything can happen. I mean, we talk about something that's possible, not probable.
There you go. No, it's very probable that Bud would beat him. Very probable.
No, that's possible.
Probable.
No, possible. That would be possible that he could beat him.
Probable means
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I think Bud Crawford is a one in a lifetime kind of fighter. I mean, this guy can do it.
He already told you what he was.
He got everything.
He already told you his error is his error.
Yeah.
And if he fight Canelo, he'll beat Canelo.
What, at 168 though? 168 is pushing it. That's too much weight.
No, 150.
I can see him at 150. At 160.
At 160.
Yeah, 160.
They'll have to go in the middle.
168 is too much.
And then they have to have a hydration course on Canelo. Canelo like to blow up to 170, 180 pounds.
Canelo ain't got no neck, bro. You know that?
You gotta have a rehydration course on him.
Canelo big as hell. He's strong.
Because what happened was he when he fought Charlo, there was no hydration course. He came in too big.
Charlo felt that power and he was like, I'm cool. I'm out to share the ring with this brother. I ain't gonna get knocked out. He ain't gonna knock me out.
If Charlo was smart, Charlo just going for the money.
Nah, Canelo's way too strong. Charlo even
he went for the payday. It's not that he was strong. He weight bullied Charlo. He weight bullied him.
He picked him up and he turned him where he wanted to turn him.
No. You listen to what I'm saying. He added more. He came in there heavier than Charlo. That's my point.
Way heavier than Charlo.
Right. He weight bullied Charlo. That's my point.
Strength bully, everything.
Right. So that's my point. So Charlo, if Charlo was smart, he would have had a hydration clause on his contract.
I don't know if he would have gotten that because Canelo was the man.
But see, that's why he took it, because he know there was big money behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he took that fight knowing that he was big money behind it. If he fight Charlo at 160 pounds with a hydration clause, he beat Canelo.
Yeah, for sure. Because Canelo would be weight drained. But Canelo's a big dude, you know. He's big.
Yeah.
He's big. He walk around like 190. You know, he like a cruiserweight when he walking around. He a big dude.
And he always been ducky. Benavidez not the first guy he ducked. He ducked Andre Ward.
Andre Charlo.
Yeah, Andre Ward. No, I'm talking about when Andre Ward was active. He ducked Andre Ward. He didn't want no smoke with Andre Ward.
He never tried to face Andre Ward.
Yes.
He never spoke Andre Ward's name.
Andre Ward called him out.
Nah, he was never gonna call out Andre Ward. He wasn't even in the.
I said Andre Ward called him out.
In the division of Andre Ward. Andre
Ward called him out. Look it up, brother. Look it up.
Canelo?
Yes.
No, he called out Triple G, man. He called Triple G Little G. Triple G called him out.
He called Canelo out, brother. I'm trying to tell you.
Said,
he also called Triple G out too, but he called Canelo out as well.
I don't think he called. Actually, Triple G said that how he would fight from 154 to 175. So Andre Ward said, "Okay, you mentioned in my division. All right, what's up? I'm gonna fight you at a catch weight of 164." And Triple G was like, "Not having it."
Right, but he also called out Canelo too.
I don't think Andre Ward ever called out Canelo, and Canelo never.
He did.
I do remember. Canelo has never dared.
Look it up. Look it up. There, Andre Ward called out Canelo. That's all you gotta do. Google it.
Andre Ward has criticized Canelo. Yeah, I don't remember Andre. Canelo has never said beep.
Yeah, write it down. Did Andre ever call out Canelo to fight? Did Andre Ward ever call out Canelo to fight?
Here it is. Andre Ward, Canelo. He criticized Canelo, but he never called out Canelo. Oh, recently he called out Canelo's 200 million. He calls out Canelo's 200 million. Hold on. I'm going to tell you what it says.
Told you, he called them out.
No, he didn't. He didn't call him out.
Oh my goodness!
It's on Fight Hype. It says he calls out Canelo's 200 million demand for Benavidez as a stain and checks him on jealous claim. That's what you got. He never called out Canelo. He not desperate. Andrew Ward not desperate for money. People say that, but he not desperate for money. Andrew Ward is like, I'm right here. If Canelo want me to come out of retirement to fight him, fine. That's what Andrew Ward said. But he said he ain't never gonna call out my name. He never gonna call my name, and he never did. Canelo would never face that. Andrew Ward would. You know what Andrew Ward would do to Canelo. We all know what Andrew Ward would do to Canelo.
He go outbox him.
Outbox him? He would destroy him. Andrew Ward's bigger than Canelo. Bigger than Canelo. Fights on the inside.
Andrew Ward he's been out of boxing for a while, so
Andrew Ward's a beast. He's a beast. You saw what he did to Kovalev.
Yeah.
He a beast. You know, I mean, we can say what we want. Andrew Ward is a bad boy. He might say some dumb stuff sometimes.
And let me tell you something.
He a bad boy.
Who's he in company with? When you look at Andre Ward, who's he in company with? He's in company with Shakur, and he's in company with Bud Crawford.
Of course.
All three greats.
Oh yeah. Oh no doubt about
it. That's why I'm saying Shakur will beat anybody they put in front of him. And the reason why he fought the way he fought that guy the last time he fought, because he had an injured hand.
Yeah.
He fought the guy with one hand.
Yep, jabbing hand. Yeah, he had a bad right hand.
Okay, so this is the reason why he had to fight that kind of way. You fight a fighter like that, that's strong and athletic as that Dominican fighter was, and still beat him. That tells you a lot about him.
Yeah, Andrew Ward was a bad boy. No doubt. I never dispute that, my brother. I don't dispute Andrew Ward. I don't dispute Shakur's skills. Keyshawn Davis is coming up. He's coming up nice. I'm just saying that Shakur still has some work to do in his game. And Top Rank knows that. Top Rank knows that.
If he's smart, he'll get away from Top Rank. If he's smart.
Well, okay, so here's the thing that I wanted to say. Top Rank is really good at bringing along fighters and developing fighters and putting them in the right fights.
Giving them opportunities, yes. Giving them opportunities, but he's not going to pay them.
Right. So with Shakur and Tio, their problem, and that's why Shakur is making all this noise, is because he's frustrated that he can't really get the fights he wants. So he's trying, but he's he don't really have much power. It's Jay Prince and him. So Bobby, I'm saying, well, if you want to go ahead and try and make something happen, try and make something happen. But he's actually frustrated, right? But he had that opportunity with Devin Haney. He did have that opportunity, all right? Mm-hmm. But he wasn't ready for that opportunity, to be honest with you guys. You guys want to say
Devin Haney don't want to fight no Shakur, bro.
No. Hold on.
Devin Haney don't. Even his father knows he don't want no parts of Shakur.
Trust me on
that. Every time they sparred, Shakur got the best of Devin Haney, bro. Devin Haney knows he don't want no.
Cool. But let's think about this correctly, right? Developmental wise, what were the fights that developed Shakur so you could go from one level to the next, right? Think about it. His developmental fight was his most recent fight against Edwin De Los Santos because one, he's fought injured, and two, it was a tough fight. Say what you want, it was a tough fight. And I love how he pulled out the 12th and he landed that straight left and he took command of most of the 12th. He moved around a lot in the 11th and the 10th and the 9th, but he took command in the 12th. He stood up and he fought him. And my point being, if you don't have that sort of adversity, you can't really develop as a fighter. If everything's just easy, you need to have adversity fights, right? So that Edwin De Los Santos fight actually helped him, and he would be a better fighter because Shakur started fighting in the pocket. He was fighting in the pocket at the end of super featherweight, and then as he moved into the lightweight fights, you remember he stopped the Yoshino guy, right? He was fighting in the pocket. Now, he's not really a one-hitter quitter, right? But he's mean, and he'll beat you up. So Shakur just needs a lot more of those kinds of fights, right?
So what Lomachenko's fight was Devin Haney's
developmental fight as well.
Right, but he lost that fight. He lost that fight.
I seriously disagree with you.
He was a gift. It was a gift that he got.
What are you talking about? Why do you say? Okay, let me ask you this question. Why do you say Devin Haney lost?
Because he was getting tagged up, bro. He getting tagged up. He was getting beat to the point. He was wobbled so many times in that fight. It was ridiculous. He never hurt Loma. He never hurt Loma. Loma did what he wanted when he wanted with him. The only reason why Loma did.
What happened to Loma in the 12th round?
Hold up, let me finish. The only reason why Loma couldn't stop him because when Devin Haney fights, he puts on weight, just like Canelo does. He's heavy. So when he's heavy, it's tough to knock out somebody that's bigger than you, just 10, 50 pounds bigger than you.
Guess what?
I'm telling you.
Fight Jorge Linares. And Jorge Linares is bigger than Devin Haney. Did you know that?
But he didn't come in that fight that big.
But he stopped Jorge Linares.
Right. Because Jorge Linares fought at 135. And he was at 135. He didn't blow up to like 150, 160. Like Devin Haney does. Haney blows up. Haney blows up.
He's bigger.
Right.
He's bigger than Devin Haney.
He was taller than Devin Haney. He's not bigger. He was taller. He was taller.
Jorge Linares was world champion at the time.
No, he was not.
Yes, when Loma fought him.
You talking about with Devin? You going from 1 point to the
No. I'm talking about Loma.
Now you talking about Loma. Now you talking about Loma.
Devin Haney. You said Devin Haney was much bigger. That's why he didn't stop him. But Jorge Linares was bigger than Devin Haney when Loma faced him.
No, he did not. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Jorge Linares. In fact,
no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Jorge Linares dropped Loma in that fight.
No.
And Jorge Linares is known as a puncher. So
he was not heavier. He was not heavier. He was not heavier. He was not heavier.
So to tell me that
in that fight, he was not heavier. He was at 135. He was at 1.
I want to know what happened in the 12th round.
He was at 130. He was at. If
what
you
happened to
listen
Loma?
to me,
He wasn't.
let me
the punches.
What happened let you talk. I'm gonna let you finish talking.
Why Devin Haney was beating on him in the 12th round?
Are you
asking? What happened to body punching? Body punching is not important in boxing anymore.
What are you talking about?
Just headshots.
What are you talking about?
Devin Haney's head flicked back, but you ain't watching the body shot that he landed at the
same
time.
You talking about you go from one fight to another. You don't stick.
No, we're talking about Devin Haney versus Loma.
Okay, he was beating the hell out of Devin Haney.
How? When?
You didn't hear what he said. You didn't hear what he said to his father. He said, "What I'm doing is not working no more." Yeah. He's telling his father he was panicking. He was panicking. He was panicking. He was in that corner. He was in that corner lumped up. He was coming in that corner lumped up. Even after the fight, Shakur said Loma won that fight.
Oh God, you're listening to Shakur. I told you Shakur capped a lot.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Nobody. George Kambosos said Devin Haney won that fight.
George Kambosos is a bum.
Mike Tyson said Devin Haney won that fight.
No.
How these fighters saying that?
No, he did not. Bro, he did not win that fight, bro.
Come on, man. Tell me the rounds that Lomachenko won. Go ahead.
He won majority of the rounds, brother.
Majority.
He won the majority of the rounds. And
what happened to Lomachenko in round 12? Let me tell you what Lomachenko had. He had a good 10th round.
Oh my goodness.
That's when y'all thought he was knocking out Devin Haney for some reason. He flurried at the end of rounds.
He spanked Devin Haney, bro.
Landing all those body shots on him.
And he coming from a long layoff too. You got to remember.
Lomachenko was missing like crazy.
He only had one fight before he fought Devin Haney. He only had one fight. One fight.
He stopped the guy.
Devin Haney, no, he didn't stop him.
No, he didn't stop him. It was Richard Comey.
No, it wasn't Richard Comey. It was not Richard Comey.
It was who?
It was the Spanish dude that Teofimo just fought.
Which Spanish dude? Oh, yeah. Right.
That's all right. So he fought. He fought him to a decision, and that was coming
Jermaine
from
Ortiz, that's right.
Yeah, Jermaine Ortiz, and that was coming from a long layoff. Okay,
yes.
And you gotta remember, Devin Haney was active.
Yes, because he fought George Kambosos twice.
Yes,
but Jermaine Ortiz.
So that makes a difference.
Jermaine Ortiz,
and he spanked. He spanked.
Was Jermaine Ortiz versus Loma a close fight or not? Let me see if you got the right.
Yes, it was.
Okay, then. So Loma got a preparation for Devin Haney because guess what? Jermaine Ortiz, though he does a lot more things.
Not that one. That's just one fight, brother. That's just one fight. That's just one fight after a long layoff,
yeah, but
brother.
They prepared him for the Devin
You're going from one fight to a world championship undisputed fight. That's not enough time.
He don't even need tune-up.
But regardless, he still beat Devin Haney, bro. He got robbed.
Nah, bro. Nah. Loma won at best. 4 rounds. You
gotta be kidding
Devin
me.
Haney consistently
you
was
gotta be kidding me. How much is Bill Haney and them paying you to say this?
Y'all got captivated.
How much is Bill Haney and them? How much is Bill? How much is Bill Haney and them?
He didn't run. He didn't usually box and
How much is Bill Haney and them paying you to say this, bro?
And he fought him, and y'all know that.
How much is Bill Haney and them paying you to say this? Come on, bro.
Bro, what it had to do with paying, brother? This has to do with boxing.
Yeah, you want to
go through the fight round by round with me and realize that you're wrong.
Do the highlight. I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Far from wrong, brother. I'm not wrong. I've seen that fight.
I asked you a question. What happened to Loma in the 12th? Why wasn't he throwing nothing? You ain't answering me. You're not answering me.
He won that round, brother.
He didn't win the 12th. Are you crazy?
Look at the box stats. Look at the box. Look at it. Go to the round by round. Who won what?
Go round by round. I could just watch the fight.
Look at it. Look at what the judges said. Look at what the cards say in that fight.
I don't know what the judges said. Look it up.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up what the cards say. The judge
saw, and there's video.
But it ain't going about what your eyes. You going about what the judges say.
I don't care what the judges say. I scored the fight myself.
That's the point.
Loma got round 3. He got round 9, and he got round 10. If you want to throw in round 11, fine. That's it. He ain't got nothing else. Right? Devin Haney took the early parts of the fight.
You must be out your mind, bro. You out your mind, brother.
What are you talking about? You ignoring all those body shots.
You got your mind, brother.
That's why Loma around
mind, brother.
Just like the Teofimo Lopez fight. He came on strong in the middle to late rounds, and then Teofimo took the 12th. It's the same.
Brother, you need to stop smoking that weed out there, brother.
Y'all not used to seeing Devin Haney get hit like that.
Haney was getting his behind.
And I gotta say, Loma, he was up for that fight. He gave it a good fight, so I'm happy.
Loma was whipping his behind, brother.
Whooping what behind? In the 10th round, he won that round comprehensively. That's about it. That's about it. Because the
Haney was battered and bruised up, brother.
Haney
was battered and bruised
he wasn't battered or bruised or nothing. That's not true.
What?
You want to see him at the end of the fight?
Are you serious? Yeah, show at the end of the fight. Show a picture of Haney at the end of the fight.
Sure.
The motherfucker was battered and bruised, bro.
There he is.
Yeah, look at him. Look at his face.
What about his face?
Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at the blood coming out of his mouth. Come on, bro. You need some glasses, man.
And this is Loma, post-fight. Both of them.
Yeah, why he got shades on, though? When they put the shades on, that's to cover something,
but
right?
You ain't watching Loma's face. Loma's face battered, too. So what are you saying?
But you said that Devin Haney's face wasn't battered, though.
No, Loma's body was hurting. In fact, Loma started to cry.
You just said Devin Haney's face was not battered.
Devin Haney made him cry. And you still crying. You crying with him.
You say so, bro.
Come on, man. Devin Haney beat him, man. Come on.
And
the people who said Loma won, they went back and watched the fight, and they said afterwards, "Oh yeah, Devin Haney actually won that fight."
No, he didn't.
Because they realized Loma did do the big captivating parts because he do the flurry and stuff, and he caught Devin Haney sometimes, and sometimes he didn't. But it looked good.
Yeah, Haney hurt several times.
What y'all was doing was y'all was going for it because he was stealing the rounds. Pacquiao used to do the same thing. He's stealing rounds. That's what y'all did. Y'all was going with that. Devin Haney putting all that work. That's your body shots and straight rights whole round. And then Loma come with a flurry. And that flurry is what you're going with and saying he kicked Haney's ass because you remember the round 10.
That's your opinion, that's what bro.
You remember.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
No, it's not my opinion. That's what happened. But I'll concede that that's what you saw. And I have a problem with that.
That's your opinion. Like I said,
that's all I'm saying. Go rewatch the fight. That's all I'm saying.
I watched the fight 3 or 4 times. I already watched the fight. I already seen that Loma beat him.
Loma beat it. I don't know how you score fights, so I can't really say. You must be looking at aggression and at the end of the rounds and how Loma was moving. Maybe it's that.
Bro, how many times? See, this is why. This is the reason why.
When he get hurt.
This is the reason why most boxers should not wear long hair in the ring. Okay, because number one, when you boxing, and you sweating, and you throw a punch at the boxer's head, and the ref see it because it's showy. Your head snap back, the sweat and the water comes off your hair, and it's showy. It's showy. To whereas that gives the judges the right.
Yeah, the impression that you really did some damage. Yeah,
exactly.
So, I'm not disagreeing that Loma hit Devin Haney with some eye-catching shots, no doubt about it. The straight left out of nowhere, boom, catch him. You know, but what I noticed is
he was hitting Devin at will, bro. He was hitting Devin at will.
I don't know about that, but I do know that he was.
I actually think
catchy punches. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I didn't think that he felt that he was so ahead on the cards to where he felt that he didn't have to even knock Devin Haney out.
Nah, not at all. A champ's supposed to finish strong. Everybody know that.
Yeah, he's
and also Loma knew what he was feeling because Devin Haney was. I mean, he was drilling that body, man. He was going to that. And Loma has a habit of not protecting his body because his guard is so high up. He had a habit of not protecting his body. So he'd be taking them shots. And that's what took a toll on him in the 12th. Plus, he emptied his load in the 10th. So he was still trying to recoup. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a big 10th round. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at it, Haney was rolling and riding a lot of those shots. Haney does be off balance, though, when he's rolling and riding. Even with the what's his name? The guy now, the Venezuelan guy. What's his name? That both Loma and Haney fought. I forgot his name. I only seen Luke Campbell. Jorge Linares. In the Linares, remember Linares hurt him at the end of the 10th?
Yeah, and he held 11 and 12 round. He held.
He didn't held. He just staggered and he
no. Devin Haney was holding the duration of the fight.
Right. So you saw what Jorge Linares was doing to him in the 11th and the 12th, where he was throwing punches. Haney was trying to get close, but Haney's dipping and he get hitting his head flush, and he dipping and he's moving, but he's off balance. And I think Haney had to work on that because again, all these young boxers have work to do. It's not like they are completed work. So because Haney went through those 2 fights, which he went through adversity, I feel like he's grown as a fighter a lot more than Shakur, who did not go through adversity until the De Los Santos fight, where he had to fight with an injured arm. And also he had to fight a guy who had power and was as quick as he was, and was a guy that, he had to be sharp on. He had to be super sharp on. De Los Santos ain't no joke. He ain't no joke. He's going to be facing Ryu very soon, too. So I'm looking forward to that rematch. But
he's going to beat Ryu.
De Los Santos.
He's going to beat him again.
So I think that was good for Shakur. That's good for his development. You know what I mean? You got to have some kind of adversity, and he really have any adversity so far. You know,
because he's that good. That's why.
Well, he had against De Los Santos though.
Because he hurt his hand.
That too, but that's all part of it.
He made that fight. He made that fight easy though.
I wouldn't say it was easy. I think what he did.
There's a reason why De Los Santos just wasn't walking in like that. Because
Shakur was just. I mean,
Shakur has power in his punches, bro. Same thing with Mayweather. Mayweather may not have been a one knockout power, but you know not to cross that line with Mayweather because he'll hit you with something that's gonna hurt.
Nah, but Shakur was really moving, man. It didn't matter. It's like Rigo versus whatever the guy's name is, Casimero or whatever. Rigo wasn't nowhere near. I mean, nowhere near Casimero. Casimero couldn't even close the distance. You know what I mean? And that's what was happening with Shakur. He was moving a lot. I'm not gonna say he was running because I don't believe in that. It's a circle. If he's running, if he's so
called, at the end of the day, he walked out. He walked out with the belt. At the end of the day, he walked out with the belt. But that's
not the point I'm making. I'm making that the adversity that he's in. It's going to teach him so he can tweak things. He can change things.
Yeah, but it's hard.
Even if he gets injured, he can.
The only person I think will give Shakur adversity is Loma. If he's the fight Loma, sure. That's the only person. And Tank, maybe Tank.
It depends on if Loma gets past Kambosos.
And maybe Tank. If he will, he's going to stop Kambosos.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay.
Kambosos is a bum, man.
Okay. All right.
Kambosos is a bum.
Okay. We'll see. You know the ring.
If Tio was to fight Kambosos again, he'll beat Kambosos.
Now here's my thing. If Kambosos beats Lomachenko,
it will not happen, brother.
If he does,
it will not happen.
If he does, what are you going to say? So nobody in boxing, we don't take nobody.
That will not happen.
I hope Lomachenko don't think like how you thinking and take Kambosos for granted, because Kambosos is studying Lomachenko.
He can study Lomachenko all he wants.
Trust me, Kambosos doing that. Do you see how
he is going to get stopped?
All right. I don't know.
Number one, he's going. Lomachenko's going to stop him.
Okay. We'll see.
He doesn't have the defense to keep Loma off of him.
Remember, Kambosos moves with his feet. Now, Haney,
listen.
And Haney also moves with his feet.
Haney blew past Kambosos.
Yeah, but
blew past Kambosos, right?
That's Haney.
Right. But look what the hell Loma did to Haney.
That's nothing.
It is something. It is something. You gotta compare the fights, bro. You gotta compare the fights. The styles are gonna fight each other. You got to compare.
No. Haney fought Kambosos.
Oh my goodness.
Where did Haney fight Kambosos? In the pocket or outside the pocket?
It don't matter where he fought him.
Yes, it does matter where he fought him.
Yes, it does.
Loma don't have that length and reach.
It don't have to. He don't have to. He was able to touch Haney. He don't have to. Haney.
But what I'm saying is,
he didn't have to. He was still touch Haney. He couldn't fight Loma that way because Loma was too smart. His IQ box is too high.
No. You're not understanding me. Kambosos couldn't do nothing with Haney because Haney was too long.
Right? But Kambosos didn't have the IQ like Loma.
Lopez.
He didn't do nothing. I think he got robbed. I think he got robbed.
Now, see, now we got to be honest about things, right?
I think he got robbed. I think.
Not only did Kambosos shock Teofimo Lopez, he dropped him.
And Teo dropped him too.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody expected Kambosos, who everybody think don't have no punching power, to drop Teofimo Lopez.
Right, but then Teo dropped him.
Yeah. But the point is, Kambosos.
And then that was a flash knockdown when Teo dropped. Listen. That was a flash knockdown when Teo got dropped. But when Teo dropped him, he hurt Kambosos. He hurt Kambosos. Kambosos' legs was wobbled. He was on Bambi. He was on Bambi legs.
You telling me about the fight.
He was on Bambi legs.
Here's my point. It's a point I'm making. If you underestimate anybody in this boxing game, anybody, that is when they have the greatest opportunity to beat you. Nobody in this game you underestimate. And when you look at Kambosos' dimensions and Loma's dimensions, Kambosos is a little longer than Loma, I think. Kambosos now could try to use the strategies that Haney and Teofimo Lopez use on Loma, because he too has quick feet and he moves around the ring. Loma has quick feet and moves around the ring. Tio is explosive and quick. Devin Haney has quick feet and move around the ring. Shakur has quick feet and move around the ring. Tank has quick feet and move around the ring. Ryan was starting to fight flat-footed, and it looks like he has more fleet of foot now. You know what I'm saying? So my point being, I'm not trying to say that Loma wouldn't beat Kambosos. I would never dare say that. He's the favorite. But what I'm saying is, if you underestimate
Kambosos,
if you underestimate Kambosos and what he brings to the table, once you understand the style and what is in front of you, now it makes it easier. It's just like Kambosos has studied Loma. He knows what is in front of him, and he will know what he needs to do. Whether he can execute it or not is another story, but he knows what he will need to do to offset that. That's what I'm saying. So because there's data on Loma now on how to beat him. The question is,
Kambosos don't have the IQ, bro. Kambosos do not have the IQ for that.
Well, we'll see.
He don't. Okay, he don't have the IQ. He don't have the IQ.
Okay, we'll see.
Devin Haney beat Loma. Devin Haney beat Kambosos easily twice. Gave him issues.
But he's not the same. Devin Haney's not the same fighter as Lomachenko. First of all, Devin Haney is an orthodox fighter, and two, Devin Haney is a longer fighter than Lomachenko. Much longer. So it was harder for Kambosos to get into the pocket. In fact,
so why wasn't it harder? Why wasn't it harder for Loma to get there?
Again, Devin Haney versus Kambosos. You see, we got to look at Devin Haney versus Kambosos.
But why wasn't it harder for Loma to get in the pocket of Devin Haney? Because Loma is a better fighter than Kambosos. That's my point I'm trying to make.
Hold on.
That's my point I'm trying to make to you.
There's something you're missing.
That's when you got to compare the two. Okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. Loma is going to stop Kambosos.
There's another thing for you to consider, right? Devin Haney decided to fight Lomachenko toe-to-toe. Right? Which is different. Devin Haney could have boxed Lomachenko and made it hard all night. He decided to take the fight to him. Right? So yeah, okay, you say Lomachenko cut the distance down, but Devin Haney was going into the pocket to make that happen and the trade shots. Right? He didn't fight off the back foot, trying to run around the ring. He didn't do that.
So let me ask you a question. You got Kambosos in this fight? Do you got Kambosos?
Who?
Against Loma. You campaigning this guy.
Say yet.
Do you have Kambosos against him?
I'm not gonna say who's gonna win.
I got Lomachenko stopping Kambosos.
Okay, good. But me, I want to get closer to the fight to see what Kambosos look like, because Kambosos is a guy that a lot of people have underestimated throughout his career, and then he comes out on top. And usually
he only come out on top one time, brother. One time.
No, that's not true. He beat Mickey Bay. He beat what's that other kid?
Mickey Bay. Are you serious? Are you serious?
No, he's done this before.
Are you serious?
Gonna beat him, and then this other guy here.
Are you serious? Mickey Bay, bro. Mickey Bay ain't had fights in years. Come on, bro.
No. The Mickey Bay, then he hadn't fought in a year and something, I think, at that time. But
exactly.
The other guy is,
be for real.
Boxer.
Let's talk for real.
Kambosos fought some all-right-ish kind of people. And he always wins.
Kambosos ain't fight nobody, bro.
They always say, he just
Kambosos did not fight nobody. He got that belt off a fluke. He got that belt. He got that belt because of Eddie Hearns. Okay, remember, because you gotta remember when they fought under the zone. Okay. So the only opportunity they was able to give listen, brother, let me talk for a little bit. The only opportunity they were able to give Haney that fight was because if they was able to rob Teofimo the belt, Kambosos would be an easy fight for him to win.
Though, bro. You can't just talk. You got to back it up with some facts.
That is facts.
That's not facts.
That is facts.
You talking. You got to show actual information to show that, hey, this is it here.
He wasn't under. Remember, they tried to get Kambosos and Tio was trying to get the most for that fight. They went to 3 different networks. They went to 3 different promotions. Three different promotions from Top Rank. Said, "No, I'm not gonna give you that kind of money." Then they went to another promotion.
Yeah, I remember.
That promised them that they were going to get the money, but then it didn't work out. Yeah. And then the Zone picked them up. Okay, yeah. The Zone picked them up. So therefore, the Zone was connected with Devin Haney. You got to see the handwriting on the wall, bro. Come on, man.
I don't see it because
all right, whatever.
If Teofimo Lopez, I'm not going to say that. If Teofimo Lopez had beaten George Kambosos, the Haney fight was next because they were talking about this.
No.
And actually, after Kambosos
Tio didn't have to fight. Tio didn't have to fight. Tio did not have to fight Haney. Tio did not have to fight Haney.
Matchroom nor the Zone benefited from that in the end.
Tio did not have to fight.
How could it be that
Haney benefited? Haney benefited because the Zone he's a part of the Zone.
He wasn't a part of the Zone when he faced.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. It happened on ESPN with Top Rank.
No, what are you talking about? We talking about 2 different. Listen, bro, we talking about 2 different things. I'm talking about Tio and Haney. That's what I'm talking about. That was on the Zone.
No, Tio and Haney, it was not on the Zone because
yes, it was. Happened. Yes, it was.
Tio and
Haney. Tio and Haney was on the Zone.
Tio and Kambosos happened on the Zone. You're trying to argue.
That's my point. That's my point.
Tio lost to Kambosos
on the Zone.
They wanted to have Kambosos and Haney on the Zone. That didn't happen.
Exactly.
That didn't happen. So that doesn't back up your argument. Because Haney fought Kambosos on ESPN, and Haney had to sign to Top Rank. So this makes no sense. Why do all of that when Haney was going to face Tio anyway on the Zone? Because they were trying to build that up. It's supposed to be that Tio fight is mandatory, which was Kambosos, and then face Devin Haney. That's why they had the showdown. They was talking to each other and all of that. And then Kambosos came and upset the uppercut. And then that threw everything off. And eventually Kambosos wanted to face Loma, who he's now facing. But instead, Loma had some war thing going on. So that's how Devin Haney ended up facing Kambosos in Australia. And Haney had to go to
Kambosos was the easier fight for Haney than Tio, brother. Kambosos was a much easier fight for Haney than Tio.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Why? I know that for sure.
Why? Because Tio carries power?
Exactly.
That's it?
That's the way. If you compare, if you compare the fight, just compare the 2 fights with Loma. You could compare the fight with Loma fighting Tio.
So you're going to do the triangle?
Tio landslided Loma. Loma didn't want to get close to Tio. Loma did not want to go nowhere near Tio until about the 7-8 till he got tired. And that's what made him lose the fight.
That's a triangular theory.
Now you talk about Haney and Loma. Now you talk about Haney and Loma. Listen, brother. If you talk about Haney, let me talk, brother. Let me talk. If you talk about Haney and Loma, there was a total different fight. Haney was fighting for his life in there. Haney was fighting for his life in there.
He's a harder fight than Devin Haney.
Haney was fighting for his life against Loma.
You're saying that Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney is a tougher fight than Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. All I'm saying is, well, if that is so, then why is Teofimo Lopez pricing himself out to face Devin Haney? Just face Devin Haney. Let's see it.
How is he pricing himself out?
$20,000 they want. $20 million they want for the Devin Haney fight.
Yeah, because he got so many. He got so many accomplishments. He got so many. He got so many accomplishments, bro. And he don't have no money to show for it. He's not lowballing himself no more. I don't blame him.
Yeah, but it's
a business part. It's a business part of the situation.
Jermaine Ortiz for small money.
It is a business part of the situation, bro.
He goes after that and faces Jermaine Ortiz for small money. So why $20 million? All those accomplishments, and you still got to take $1 to $2 million. While Devin Haney is raking in more than you for every fight he makes. So what were we saying here? Why are you doing that? Do you want to make the fight or not?
Was Jermaine Ortiz fighting for the fighter? Was he fighting for the WBO championship?
Jermaine Ortiz was fighting for the WBO championship, yeah.
Right. So guess what? Then that was a mandatory, wasn't it?
No.
So how did he get the opportunity so quick? He wasn't mandatory.
Top rank.
Right. Top rank. Right, because he was in-house.
Yep.
So that was in-house money. That was the easiest fight to make.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. Okay. Yeah. But with Devin Haney is, you got to look at it this way. Devin Haney is the zone. He knows the zone got that money, bro.
At the time,
Zone got that money. The zone, right Bob is not going to part with it, but the zone got that money. Eddie Hearn don't got that money.
I got this question for you. Since the zone did Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos, I'm assuming Teofimo Lopez got paid more money than when he fights on ESPN for his fight. I'm assuming he got paid some good money for that fight with Kambosos, at least.
No, he didn't. So. He did not.
I hope so. Because it was on the zone.
He didn't.
Well, they did a purse bid for it. The zone won the purse bid, didn't they?
Yeah, he might have got like 5, 4, 3 to I think 4 or 5. You gotta look it up. Look it up. Just look it up and see.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He didn't get no double digits. He didn't get no 10 million or nothing like that for that fight. He got about 3 to 4 million for that fight. Maybe 5 million. I say tops 5 million for that fight. And then you remember, you got to pay taxes, you got to pay your corners, you got to do all type of stuff. Then you got to pay for the fees for the belts and all type of stuff.
The network that it was supposed to fight on, that is Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, was Thriller.
Yeah, it was Thriller at the time.
Yeah, they had guaranteed Teofimo Lopez 2.28 million and Kambosos 1.23 million.
Okay, so how much did he get on the zone?
Let's see what they got on the zone. Guaranteed purses. Oh, Lopez got some money. Lopez received 3.9 million guaranteed, and Kambosos got 2.1 million.
Yeah, so much more. I said 5 million. I said 5 million for both. That wasn't that's no money.
About 6 million for both, and almost 4 million. And that's probably Teo's highest payday, because I know Top Rank ain't paying him that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why he asking for 20 million to fight.
Yeah. I get it.
To fight Devin Haney, because he knows the zone has the money.
The zone
He's not pricing himself out. He knows that the zone has the money. He has accomplished a lot already for no money, for no real pay. $2 and $3 million.
Still pricing yourself out. Come on, bro.
Nah, brother. If you really want the opportunity, pay it.
Nah, that's too much money.
That's not too much money. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, all they gotta do is go to Saudi Arabia, where they've been giving these people opportunities to make money. The Saudi Arabia is gonna pay that money.
they pay out money for the heavyweights. You saw they turned down that money that Canelo was asking for that Benavidez fight. They're not gonna pay that. So I mean,
but that was
nice,
outrageous. That was outrageous, though.
And T.O.'s offer is not outrageous at this
no,
point.
20 million is not outrageous. That's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket to them.
No, man.
Yes. Canelo was asking for Canelo was asking for $200 million, bro. Compared to 20 million.
He has never grossed anywhere near that amount.
But he was asking for it. He was asking for 200 million.
Right. So why would T.O.
was just asking for 20 million. That's a total difference. That's a total difference from 20 million to that's a total difference from 200 million to 20 million, bro.
No, but my point is this: if he could make a pay-per-view of that, or if he could even get tickets that show that he has the worth to that, but he don't have
to. If you go to Saudi Arabia, they got money. They don't have to.
Of the arena he's in.
Saudi Arabia is throwing away money, bro. They giving away money.
Nah, that's for the heavyweights. They mostly doing that for the heavyweights. They love the heavyweight division. They're not really throwing away money like that. And clearly they're not doing it for Canelo or Benavidez. They're not going to lose money off of that. But they said they would throw money at Benavidez facing the winner of Bivol versus Beterbiev. So I could see that happening. But yeah, they not stupid. They boxing fans and stuff, but they know, hey, there's so much money we could generate, and therefore that would be too high. For Teofimo Lopez to call that kind of money, either one of the two things. He's still a rising star. Yeah, accomplishments is cool, but you got to.
He's already a Hall of Famer, bro.
You got to get butts and seats, though. That's how you get that money.
Same thing with Haney. Haney got to get butts and seats.
And you got to get eyes on you. Now, Haney getting butts and seats. More than
he's not. No, he's not.
Way more than Tio. Way
more than Tio. All right? No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he don't. No, he's not, bro. He's not selling Australia out. That was Kambosos. Kambosos sold that out, brother. Kambosos sold that arena out. That was his hometown. Haney had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with Haney.
It don't matter.
It does matter because you riding off the back of Kambosos. You are riding off the back of Kambosos.
Kambosos sold out the San Francisco arena.
No, he did not. He did not. That's a lie. That is a lie. That's not fact. That is not fact. That is cap. That is cap.
You can show me
that is cap. That is cap. He did not.
It's a fact.
It's a cap.
You got to show me otherwise, brother.
That is cap.
I ain't gonna take your word for it.
That is cap.
I'm not taking your word for it.
That is cap. He did not. He did not sell out the arena.
Secondly, and Ryan Garcia's only facing Devin Haney because according to Ryan Garcia, he's seeing he got some buzz on him. That's right. And can't say that about Teofimo Lopez. When Ryan is trying to make a fight with Teofimo Lopez can't offer nothing for Ryan. Too small. He offered small money. Ryan ain't complaining about the money he about to get in this fight with Devin.
Because Ryan know he can't beat no. Listen, bro. Ryan know he cannot beat no. Ryan knows he can't beat no Tio, bro. He'll beat Haney. He can't beat no Tio.
Oh, he'll beat Haney? Coach, come on now. How a man who don't have no focus gonna beat a guy that got focus?
They got history.
You serious?
They got history. That's why. Coach? They have history. Coach? They fought in the amateurs 6 times. 3-3. It was 3-3. They fought in the amateurs 6 times, 3-3.
Bro,
okay,
this is not the amateurs. This is pros.
I'm just telling you, they know each other. If you fight somebody 6 times, you don't change that much, bro. You might sharpen a little skill here and there, but you don't change as much.
Devin Haney won the last 3 times, so you can fight him how many times? He beat you the last 3 times,
and he beat him 3 times, and he beat Haney 3 times.
This the pros, and not only is this the pros.
We'll see, bro.
Haney has beaten better opposition consistently, and that means something because, like I said before, you got to have experience. You got to grow as a fighter. You have to have difficulty as a fighter. Ryan Garcia's first step up is Tank Davis, and he didn't make it.
Okay, right?
So what I'm saying is,
what's your point?
Are you serious? My point is, when you're moving along a fighter, they have to go through adversity and difficulty at different levels. And that's what makes them more complete. Remember, boxing's a mental game. So I'm just saying, this is what I'm telling you about Shakur, and he's developing, he's moving along. Devin Haney, all young fighters
already there, brother.
Moving along.
Shakur's already there.
Tank Davis is the most what's the word I'm looking for? He's the most developed of them all.
Tank didn't fight nobody, brother.
Again, you see, I can't believe you saying this. I can't believe you saying this.
Tank didn't fight nobody.
First of all, Tank Davis, in his first debut fight at the world championship level, faced an undefeated Puerto Rican fighter and a guy named Jose Pedraza, who was a switch hitter, could fight on the outside, inside, everything. Okay? And it was a challenging fight for Tank.
And you know why? You know why? Because Floyd put him in there to lose. Floyd put him in there to lose that fight.
The point is, that was a developmental fight for the young fighter who had never been at the championship level. And he passed the test. That's test number one. Let's go to another test. There's several tests here going on, but let's talk about Tank. Yeah, he did not face the best fighter in any division. I agree with that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You going around circles to get to the point I just made.
Point is there. I said that I'm talking about development as a fighter. Tank Davis been moved around very well by Mayweather Promotions.
Yes, but he didn't fight nobody. He ain't fight nobody, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Jose Pedraza is somebody.
That's it.
That's not all.
Cruz was smaller than him.
WBC champion.
Cruz is smaller than him. Cruz is smaller than him.
Mario Barrios.
Okay? Marios was not even a champ. Mario Barrios was not the WBA.
He was the WBA champion. Is Rolly
Romero. He was not the WJ. He was the WJ. He was the WBA regular champ. He wasn't the WBA champ.
He's the WBA champ now.
He was not the WBA champ.
Rolly Romero.
He was not the WBA champ.
You're not listening.
He was not the WBA champ. Because once you say something not true, I gotta tell you it's not true. Josh Taylor was the WBA champ at 140.
Not
Josh Taylor was 140 pound WBA champ when Tank and Barrios fought. Josh Taylor was 140 pound champ. Okay, he was the WBA 140 pound champ. That is the point. Because he was the WBA champ.
But that's not the
point. You fight for the regular title. He didn't fight for the WBA championship.
Mario Barrios right now is going to be the future WBC champion.
We don't know that.
Terrence Crawford will vacate. He will vacate. Because he's going to go up to 154 and fight Costa Tszyu. Terrence Crawford will vacate the WBA titles and the WBC titles and the WBO titles, right? So Mario Barrios will be elevated to the WBA champion. He will, WBC champion, right? So Tank would have faced the future WBC champion in Mario Barrios, who's a very good fighter, right? And that was a test. Let me tell you why it's a test.
And who has Barrios fought?
How do you mean? You serious? He fought Keith Thurman. He beat
before he fought Tank, not after he fought Tank. Before he fought Tank, who has he fought?
No, man, you can't do it like that.
All right, then. Thank you.
Okay, so let me keep it moving. So
thank you. Checkmate. Checkmate.
And no, it ain't no checkmate. And the test in this is that Tank faced a guy who was long, had a good jab, and was moving around the ring at a higher weight class, and also had some power, right? Because Mario Barrios was knocking out a lot of people. The point I'm making is that was a test for him, and he passed that one. Yes, Mario Barrios wasn't the best fighter at 140 pounds. Nobody's disputing that. But the point is, after watching Mario Barrios' career, we see he's a solid fighter, right? Let's look at another test. His test against a 4-divisional world champion in Leo Santa Cruz. Let me tell you why that's a test, and it disciplined Tank. Tank was not disciplined with his weight. He wasn't making weight. You remember his fight against Yuriorkis Gamboa? That was another test to see if he would hold on to the end or if he was just a front runner, right? Because he knocked down Gamboa early, but he couldn't get him out of there until the final round. And even then, Gamboa was getting back up, right? And Gamboa gave him a strict test. Yes, okay, he was better than Gamboa, but Gamboa gave him a fight, a veteran fighter, right?
Oh, man, you're rambling, man. You're rambling.
Yeah, all of that's the mental, right?
You're not making make a point.
And I think he missed weight too. He missed weight on that fight because he wasn't disciplined. And then he had to learn how to be more disciplined. And so he grew as a fighter, having to go down to 130 pounds. Everybody thought he wasn't going to make the weight. First of all, he'd be weight drained against Leo Santa Cruz, and he would lose. In terms of he couldn't make the weight. And he ended up making the weight for that fight. And he hasn't missed weight since. And he's become more dedicated to the sport of boxing. Because I used to say on this channel that Tank is the least disciplined of all the fighters.
Well, who has he fought? He hasn't fought nobody.
Etc. And he fought Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz is somebody.
He hasn't fought nobody. He fought
one Hall of Famers. So what are you talking about?
He fought one world champion.
So he fought Leo Santa Cruz anyway.
Leo Santa Cruz was a smaller weight class than him, bro.
Your Tank went down a weight class to make it.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Listen, bro.
Yes, he fought at 130.
He did not fight at 130 when he fought Cruz. He did not.
Yes, he went down to 130.
No, he did not. They fought at. No, he didn't.
Yes.
He did not go. No, he did not.
Okay, here we go again with facts.
No, look at it.
Look, facts. I'm going to BoxRec.
When he fought Cruz, he did not. They fought. I think they fought at a.
I have the weigh-in weights. See, I tell you, I'm talking facts. I'm not on the stuff, bro. I only talk facts. Here it is. Leo Santa Cruz versus Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm going to show you it. This is their weigh-in weight. I want you to see it. Let's see, where are we? Can you see it?
No, I can't. It's too small. What did it say?
Oh, there it is right there. See it? 129.5. That is Davis. And Leo Santa Cruz, 129.5 pounds as well. See, I told you 130. Now, the two belts were on the line. He had his fake, the fake WBA belt, the regular belt, this not the real belt, right? And then you had the Leo Santa Cruz's WBA super featherweight title. So if Leo Santa Cruz had won, he would have become a 5-divisional champion because he would have gotten Tank's fake belt. The fake WBA crap.
Right. Exactly.
Yes. So
that's why when you told me he fought Barrios for the world title, that was a fake belt.
Yeah, it's fake belt. Yeah, fake belt. I wasn't saying that. I was saying Mario Barrios could become the future WBA welterweight champion, WBC welterweight champion.
So I'm talking about when they fought at 140. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about 147 where he at now. I'm talking about when him and Tank fought at 140. Yeah. They fought for a fake WBA belt.
Yeah.
Not the real belt because Josh Taylor had it.
Yeah. That's true. 100% correct. So all I'm saying is the discipline. See, all of this keeps a fighter developing. You may not face the best fighters, but you want to face veteran fighters. You want to face fighters that could challenge you, fighters that could give you something to make your game tighten up. So Tank's got a lot. Even the Hector Garcia fight that was before the Ryan Garcia fight. I thought Hector Garcia, by the way, fought a hell of a fight because he had a really good jab. And he was landing punches on Tank.
Tank was too strong, bro.
He just too big. Yeah, he was too big for him. That was the problem.
You gotta remember, he was coming up from 126.
Hector Garcia was a featherweight, yeah. Then he went to super featherweight.
No, Hector
Garcia was my bad. Hector Garcia was the WBA super featherweight champion at the time.
At 130.
Yeah,
he only fought one fight. He only fought 2 fights at 130. He fought
Hector Garcia?
Yes. He only had 2 fights. He fought B-Hop, and then he fought for the title afterwards.
Oh, so he came up from feather.
Yes, he fought what's his name?
Wow.
They just got knocked out from Venezuela's knocked him out. B-Hop.
Yeah. Yeah, Raul Valenzuela just beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
he went. Then he fought. Then he fought for the title after that fight. So he really 126 pounder. But he fought. He fought only 2 fights at 130. Then he fights Tank at 135.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So Tank. You gotta when you fighting and boxing at a certain weight, you gotta settle in that weight.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the reason why. This is the reason why. My man lost to
Benavidez.
Benavidez.
Yeah.
He
Andre.
only Andre only fought one
No.
fight at that weight class. He didn't
Yeah.
settle in.
Yeah.
If he settled in to that weight class, he would have gave Benavidez his problems.
A lot more problems. Yeah. I agree. Weight classes for a reason. You gotta get used
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, for sure.
He only fought one fight at that weight. Then he fought the world champion. That wasn't enough time.
Yeah, I agree. He even said that, but he didn't want to make no excuses.
He said he had the opportunity, so he took it.
Right.
But he didn't really feel it.
Yeah.
He said, I need to, to get accustomed to this weight class.
Yeah.
But he see the opportunity, he took it. He went with it.
Absolutely.
But he knew in the back of his mind after the fight it was a big mistake.
Not necessarily. I mean, I would say this.
He should have had more fights at that weight class.
But he gonna get some more fights though. He gonna get some more fights at that weight class for sure.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's a good news.
But he won't be able to fight Benavidez, but because Benavidez is going up.
Yeah, Benavidez is going to 175 to fight Gvozdyk. Yeah, he's gonna fight Gvozdyk. So we'll see. How
I can actually see Canelo and Andre fighting now.
Which Andre is that? Demetrius Andre?
Demetrius Andre. I can see him. I can see them fighting soon.
Nah, I don't know if Canelo will ever fight Andre. Andre is a guy that's a difficult style, and especially if he got climatized to 168. I don't know about that. Know about that. I think Canelo's happy that Benavidez beat Andre. He don't have to face Andre ever. I think Canelo wants to have an advantage.
Well, he avoided Benavidez anyway, though. He's avoiding all these fights.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
He's fighting Munguia. Come on, bro.
He wanted
Munguia. First of all, he was talking about not fighting fellow Mexicans. But he fighting Munguia. He's talking about he talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Yeah, for sure. He's ducking. He's
looking for easy fights, and he wants to get paid for easy fights. That's why he went. That's why when he was with DAZN, he was doing his European tour, because those are the most easiest fighters over there.
Yeah, except
he's
for
fighting
all
the Europeans over there.
He underestimated Bivol though.
Yeah, Bivol, but he went up. He went up in weight class. That was stupid.
Bivol beat his ass.
And I wanted to put money on that because I knew Bivol was going to beat him. I didn't know Bivol they was going to get. I didn't know if they was going to give Bivol the decision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that same year, I bet Katie Taylor. I bet Serrano to beat Katie Taylor. I bet some money on that. No, she won that fight. They robbed her.
She almost knocked out Katie Taylor in the.
That's what I'm saying. They robbed Serrano. I put money on that because I know Serrano was going to. I knew because I knew it from my old gym, and I knew she was going to win. And then Eddie in the zone and those people robbed her. That's why they want to put money on that the Bivol fight, because I didn't want to deal with DAZN.
Right. Well, who do you think is going to win between Beterbiev and Bivol? Who you got?
I got Beterbiev.
Okay, I got Bivol.
I got Bivol all day. And I always love both of them. I always said it all depends on the size of the ring. If the ring is a big size ring, Bivol could move around and box and stay away from him. if Benavidez is not gonna be able, he's not gonna be able to cut the ring off. Now, if it's a small size ring, he's gonna be able to get to Bivol, and he's gonna stop him. Yes, yes.
I don't know, man.
If it's a small size, if it's a small style, if it's a small, and that's the only fights that. If you watch the Benavidez history, he fights in Canada in small size rings.
I think Bivol's timing is so clinical. He gonna catch Beterbiev coming in,
but he's not gonna hurt him.
He like to hop in.
Yeah, but he's not gonna hurt him though. He's not gonna hurt him. He's not gonna hurt him.
Okay, if you think so. I seen Beterbiev get hurt though.
Hey, guess what? He got up and stopped the guy. He got dropped.
Yeah, but
he got dropped.
I mean,
but you never seen Beterbiev days. You never seen Beterbiev days.
In strength and power, man. I think you know who Bivol's idols are? It's Whitaker. It's Floyd. It's Leonard. Defensive fighters. Bivol's a different fighter to Gavorzik, in my opinion. Gavorzik still use more power. Try to be more aggressive.
Once he feel that power, bro, Bivol's going. He's gonna get hurt. When are they supposed to be fighting?
They fighting, I believe, in June.
I'm gonna put big money on that fight.
Yeah, well, don't lose that money now. That's a tricky fight.
I'm gonna put.
I got Bivol all day. Bivol is a different.
I hope so. I hope you got him. I hope you got him.
He's a different guy, man. I hope
you got him. I hope you got him because I'm gonna win a whole lot of money that day.
Simple, but it ain't simple. What are you doing?
Listen, bro. Benavidez got 100% knockout ratio. Nobody went the distance with this guy. If he catches up to Bivol, Bivol's going night.
Yeah, but will he catch up to Bivol? That's the question.
Yes, it all depends on the size of the ring, like I always tell you. If it's a small size ring, he's gonna be able to cut him off and make him fight. If it's a large size ring, Bivol might be able to move around and counter and stay away from his power.
What I would say is
the size of the ring, brother.
Beterbiev is a well-schooled fighter, and he's strong. He's real strong, right? But I don't think he's a better boxer than Canelo.
Who?
Beterbiev. He's strong. He's big. He's well-schooled.
Not at all. He's not. He's not.
Okay, then.
You can tell you yourself he's not a better boxer than he needs to improve his boxing. It's just the point that his will.
I agree.
His will is better than anybody's will.
Right.
Okay. When you put that along with power, you're a dangerous guy, bro. You'll walk through fire just to get yours off.
Yeah, Mateus is like that too. Yeah, Mateus is like that. What I say though is that might be so, but you might want to walk through fire. But if you just walking through fire and everywhere you go, you walking through fire, but you ain't getting nowhere, what you gonna do?
He's gonna beat Bivol, bro. He's gonna stop him.
Okay. Let me put it to you this way, right? Remember, Bivol watch and study Floyd, Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, them kind of guys, right? May I ask you a question? Is only your feet the major? Okay, let me put it this way. Instead of that, because your feet is always involved, right? So I can't say that. Would you say that it's all about separating yourself from your opponent? That's your major form of defense, or would you say there's much more to defense than that?
Much more to defense than that.
Exactly. Right? It's all about control, right? So if I can get you in the position I want to have you in, what you gonna do to me? You could have all that firepower in the world, but what you gonna do to me?
You gotta give me something to respect.
Exactly.
If you don't give me no punches for me to respect you, I'm gonna walk through anything you throw.
Now he physically strong.
Bivol don't have that power to stop Benavidez. He don't have that power to give him respect. When was the last time Bivol had a knockout?
I don't know, but he beat the crap
out of that
Ramirez.
He could
Ramirez. I mean, he beat
but he didn't knock him out though. He didn't knock him out. He didn't knock Canelo out. A smaller guy. He didn't knock. He's not. He don't have the firepower to keep a Benavidez off of him.
You got guys who could have heavy hands and he knock out nobody.
He don't have the firepower to keep Benavidez off of him. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Do you think he needs to only punch? I gotta say one thing though. You are right about one thing. Beterbiev is strong. So even if I get in a clinch with him, he might maneuver me instead of I maneuver him. He's strong. That's the problem. So even if you try to clinch him, you know, he could manhandle you in there, and he likes to hit you with elbows and shit.
Point. He's not going to be. He's gonna get tired. Bivol's gonna get popped because you gotta think Bivol is a volume puncher. Okay, he's a volume puncher. He like to move around. He like to do. Once he stop moving around, once he starts getting hit to the body, he's not gonna be able to move around. He's gonna be stationary. He's gonna be stationary. So he's gonna have to fight. He's gonna have to fight Beterbiev. He's not gonna be able to keep him off of him.
Right. But the question is, can he move in such a manner? See, this is the thing. A lot of people think the moving has to be circular around. It's pivot work, right? It's pivot work. You don't have to do a wide pivot work. You could do it sharp and stay on a certain side of a fighter.
It all depends on the size of that ring, bro.
But even so, even if I'm in the phone booth with you, and you may even be physically strong, right? Stronger than me. It's how I position myself relative to you that you could actually do what you need to do with me.
Well, how long is that going to last? That's the key.
Think of Jarrett Hurd versus what's his name?
Rock.
No,
J-Rock.
J-Rock. Yeah, look at that fight.
Yeah.
He was doing sharp pivots around him. He was turning him. He was stepping around him.
Right. He was boxing him. He was boxing him.
You need a whole ring to step around a guy. The only problem is if the guy had to throw elbows on you.
But Jarrett Hurd don't have that one knockout power. Jarrett Hurd has that volume.
Yeah.
He has accumulation power. He don't have that. Bivol got that one knockout power.
Yeah, and he's real strong. I mean, it's hard to maneuver him on the inside unless you have you step ahead of him. Yeah.
And Bivol is going to be stationary. He can't dance around all day, bro.
No, he can't. He had to sit down.
He got to be able to sit down on the shots and be able to try to establish some type of respect. And if he don't establish the respect,
he'll walk right through him.
Bivol's gonna walk right through his punches, and he's gonna stop Bivol.
For sure.
I mean, Beterbiev is gonna walk right through Bivol punches. He's gonna stop him.
Oh, for sure.
I hope they got Bivol I hope they got him as the favorite, but I doubt it.
I think he has sufficient power, though. I think he has enough power. I don't think he has power to.
He hasn't knocked out. He hasn't knocked out last 3 or 4 of his opponents. All of them with the distance. He's not gonna be able to keep. He's not gonna be able to. He don't have enough power for Benavidez to respect him. He don't.
I think he does.
Let me tell you. Let me also tell you. Benavidez used to spank Bivol in sparring. That used to be Benavidez' sparring partner.
Right.
He used to spank the hell out of him.
Right.
So my thing is this, huh?
They prep him for fights.
Yeah, because they both got similar styles to where they throw a lot of violent punches.
Right.
But my thing is this: he's not gonna be able to keep that monster off him, bro. He's not. He's not.
We'll see. I just think that, like you said, I think defense.
The guy's the only one in boxing right now that's world champion and got 100% knockout ratio.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know he also dropped Usyk and stuff in the amateurs. He always had that strength and power. He was always very strong.
He beat Usyk.
Well, Usyk got the decision.
No, they fought before. They fought more than once.
Okay. The last time Usyk won it, but I think they were heavyweights. I think they were fighting in super heavyweight division or something like that. And Usyk got the decision on him or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was fighting at heavyweight.
Yeah, he came down.
Was fighting at heavyweight. So he when we say he's strong, he is beast strong.
He used to getting hit and battling with heavyweights.
But big guys,
Remember, he's not a cruiserweight. He's a light heavyweight. So he's he's 2 weight classes down from a heavyweight. So he has he has the ability to hit like a heavyweight, even though he's 178 pounds.
And he can handle a guy. He can physically rough up a guy like if he's
right.
Detroit. Yeah,
exactly. Strong. So he has that strength.
Oh yeah.
When he was a heavyweight,
at
178 pounds. This is why he's knocking out. This is why he's knocking out people. Left, right, the rate he's knocking people out.
Yep, exactly.
I don't think Bivol ever fought that high before.
I don't know if he even fought a guy like Beterbiev, but I think because Beterbiev
he's in over his head, bro.
You think so? I don't.
I know so.
I don't think so. I think his abilities.
I would love to make a bet with you, bro.
Yeah, well, we could do that.
I would love to do it. How would we be able to set that up?
Let's see. It got to be something that. What do you want to do?
Both put our money in. We could both put our money in, and the winner is able to take it. That's what we have to do.
I don't have big money, so I can't go with big money. It's just a bet just to say somebody wins the bet.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Like what though? Well, how much? What's your limit?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really have money to bet on. I don't really bet, but I would love to still do something with you just to say, okay, we commemorate this time.
Right.
So you call it, and I'll try and.
I can't call it because I don't want to be able to break your bank, bro. I mean, whatever you be able to feel comfortable with, bro. It don't matter to me.
All right, then $20.
All right, that's cool.
Good. We on. So if Beterbiev wins, I owe you $20. If Bivol wins, you owe me $20.
Yeah.
Right. And I wouldn't hold you to it.
Yeah, I owe you I mean,
but you go me to it. I really believe I believe in Bivol. I'm not saying that everything that you say don't make sense. I just feel like I think he really, if it wasn't for his defense, if his defense
you like his, he's a complete fighter. He's a complete fighter. He like his defense. You like his offense. You like him because he's a complete
more than his offense.
Okay, but he's a complete fighter. Yeah. My thing is that he could be complete in everything. When he get in that ring with a guy that hit like a mule, and he's able to touch you, all that stuff is going out the window, bro.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. Because I know he's preparing for somebody who could hit like that. I'm pretty sure he's doing that. I'm pretty sure if he has to spar with heavyweights, he's sparring with heavyweights. Whatever he has to do to toughen up to be able to deal with a fighter like that, he's doing what he has to do. He's not going to just go in the ring against that guy and he's not ready. So that's why I feel like a fighter like that who knows they got to be stronger and tougher and they got to hit harder, but particularly they have to be able to absorb the punishment. I believe a fighter like that have to get ready and they'll have to go through whatever they have to go through to make sure that they ready for that. So that's our defense first person will be thinking. Not like Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk was trying to fight fire with fire, and he was kind of outboxing Beterbiev, but Beterbiev was roughing him up in the clinches and stuff. I think Bivol is going to be more conscientious of that. What Beterbiev does very well in the clinch. What he does very well with his jab. He's actually improved his jab a lot, but he also has flaws. And those are the things.
Like I said, he don't have the firepower to keep him off, bro.
Well, we'll see. I don't know.
He don't. He don't have the firepower. He don't have no knock. He don't have the knockouts. You can't remember any knockouts.
You see, you're talking about knockouts. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point.
That's firepower.
You gotta establish respect in the ring. If you don't have the firepower to keep me off you, I'm gonna walk right through your punches just to get mine off.
Right. That's what you hope.
And then if you don't react well to my punches when I hit you, game over.
Right. But the thing you're assuming is because he doesn't get the knockouts, that means he doesn't have the power. But ain't
That's not
nobody
an
walking
assumption.
through him.
That's not an
Who has
assumption.
walked
That's
through him?
facts.
Who has walked through Bevo?
That's not assumption. That's facts.
But my point is, who has walked through Bevo?
He hasn't fought. He hasn't fight. He hasn't fought nobody with power.
How do you mean, Joe Smith Jr.? Jean Pascal?
Right. All right. Let's get. Let's all right. Now, hold on. Back up. He fought Joe Smith Jr., right?
Yeah.
Did he knock out Joe Smith Jr.?
No.
No. It went to 12 rounds, right?
But he dropped him.
Okay, but did he get up and finish the fight?
Yes. And
okay. When Benavidez fought Joe Smith Jr., what happened?
Knocked him out.
Exactly.
So what?
He didn't see 12 rounds. That's my point.
So what?
That's a big measurement right there. You measuring the same fighter that fought, and you can see the difference of who did the what. He went 12. He went 12 rounds. He went 12 rounds with Joe Smith. Bivol went 12 rounds with Joe Smith, and then he couldn't go 12 rounds with Bivol. I mean,
boxing don't work like that, though. You know, boxing don't work like that.
It does work like that. If you're smart.
That's
smart.
Two different styles. We have to see what happens when they match up.
If you're smart.
Okay.
They both have both common fight.
Right?
Let's go with Floyd. They have both common fighter.
Pacquiao knocked out Cotto. Floyd didn't knock out Cotto. When Floyd fought Pacquiao, what happened?
He outboxed him. They didn't knock him out. He didn't knock him out.
No.
But then they said Pacquiao was on that juice at the time.
Okay.
All right. So when he fought Cotto, they saying that he was on that juice at the time.
Okay. He dropped Thurman when he was 40.
I still think he lost that fight to Thurman. I think they gave it to him. Say the truth.
He dropped Thurman though.
Okay, he dropped him, but he didn't knock him out.
Knocked out Lucas Matisse.
Who knocked out Lucas Matisse?
Pacquiao.
Okay, he remember they didn't fight in the United States when they fought. Anything, they could have been juicing anything.
Hurt Adrian Broner.
Who hurt Adrian Broner?
Pacquiao.
Yeah, but he didn't stop him.
No, but my point is he hurt him, so he had power.
He didn't stop him though.
No. But my point
is you could tell when listen. You could tell when Pacquiao was on the juice and when he wasn't on the juice. When he fought Ricky Hatton, he put Ricky Hatton to sleep. That was about the time he was on that juice. When he fought Cotto, he put Cotto to sleep. He was on that juice at the time, brother.
Cotto didn't go to sleep.
He knocked him out. He stopped him. Right.
But Cotto was still ready to fight.
Right. He stopped him. Okay.
Kinda.
Okay. Really. He stopped De La Hoya.
He did stop De La Hoya.
Okay. And he stopped what's the name that tried to cheat with the thing in his glove. Margarito. He stopped him.
No, they went the distance. He busted up his eye. He messed up his eye. But they went the distance.
Oh, they went the distance? I thought he stopped him. He might as well stop him the way
he could have stopped him, but he didn't want to stop him. So
the way he looked like he should have been stopped.
Yeah, he messed up his eye. Really bad.
But that's karma. That's karma for him trying to cheat. He did to Cotto.
Oh yeah. Cotto got back his
I'm just saying, look at the times when he fought certain fighters, man. When he fought certain fighters, he didn't look the same. He looked very superior. Sure. He looked very superior some fights, and some fights he didn't. So it was a lot of fights when, matter of fact, it was said that Freddie Roach is saying that he had an issue with the person that was doing his training. They had a fight. They had an argument. Yep. And he was stating that Pacquiao was taking these these shakes.
Yep.
And Roach was saying, what are they?
What is in the shakes? Yep.
Yeah. But
I'm not saying
he
no, but what I'm saying is
never told him that.
If you use a triangular theory, it works to some degree, but not really. And I'm just saying, you identify what Beterbiev is a strong guy. He got power. He got great technique. He's Olympian, all of that. We get that. So we know what's in front of us. If I was to fight, like say you or I was to fight Beterbiev, you need to know what it is you're facing, right? And then now you form a game plan.
You can do all that. You could do it all that, but you got to execute it. You could form a game plan, but it has to be executed.
But
you can form it may look good on the outside, but once you get in that ring, you get hit.
Right. So you have to prepare for that.
And then exactly, it has to go to the garbage if it don't work.
How would I prepare for somebody who punches like a Mack truck? It means I have to toughen up my body, which means I'm going to go through hell and get punched like a Mack truck, using my defense and getting it tougher and stronger against guys who could punch like a Mack truck. You see what I'm saying? So in order to prepare yourself for a fight like that, you might not be the one hitter quitter like another guy, but you want to have enough time and you want to be able to have enough.
You going with guys that listen. You going with guys that hit hard. You basically wearing yourself out. You don't want to go in with guys that going to hit you as hard as Beterbiev is going to hit you because you begin to lose more brain cells doing that.
But my point
it's not
is
that your whole thing. You have to be smart.
My point is you have to use your defense. You have to use your defense. That's what's going to buy you the time. That's what's going to give you the options. And this is the thing that I see Bivol has that a lot of other fighters in this weight class do not have. So they end up panicking and they end up wearing out themselves.
You know why they end up panicking? Because they end up feeling that power.
Yeah.
That's why they end up panicking.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing what happened to Bivol.
No,
he's gonna feel that power. You're gonna understand. He's somewhere. You don't see why this guy got 100% knockout ratio.
Nah, man, you just have to prepare for a fighter like that. It's your preparation.
It's easy for us. It's easy for us to say this outside the ring.
Of course,
but Bivol has to get in between the ropes and fight this man.
The preparation is gonna be hell to prepare for a fighter like that. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying that, like you said, defense is not just trying to keep a distance away from a guy. It's also about many other things. And it involves a lot of preparation to even get to that level. And I think because of
let me ask you something. Were you training as a fighter? If you have a fighter, right? Let me ask you, you have a fighter.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you teach that fighter?
Well, you got to know how to stand, and then you have to know how to. You have to learn how to stand properly.
Okay.
Then you have to know how to move properly. I think that's the second thing. How you box step, the box step.
That's the first thing.
And then you how to throw a jab.
No.
After that, it's to throw the punch.
No.
What do you do?
No. Before you even throw a jab, the first thing you should do is teach the fighter defense. You want them to perfect defense before they can perfect offense because you want them to be able to protect themselves in there. You want to have them be able to catch the punch, part the punch. You be able to slip the punch. What else? What else do you train a fighter other with their hands and their legs? What else do you have to train on a fighter?
Other than their hands and their legs?
Yeah.
Outside of their hands and their legs, right?
Yeah.
Their mind.
Yeah, okay, yes. And what else? That's very vital.
Hands, legs, mind. It's very important.
Yes. More important, matter of fact, more important than hands and legs.
Definitely, never not. I don't know. You tell me.
The eyesight. You have to train. You have to train them at the speed of the punches coming at them. You got to train them to know what to anticipate. Without your eyes, you can't. You can't do nothing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You have to train the guy. You have to train your opponent eyes. A lot of trainers don't realize that. They go straight to throw punches and stuff like that. No, you train your part. You get them accustomed to punches coming at them, so they can feel comfortable to where they could be able to sit there and catch the punch, slip the punch, counter. You know, all that comes with timing and your eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Once you got your eyesight sharp and you able to see this, see punches coming at you, you be able to answer. That's why Mayweather was so good. He had great eyesight. Great eyesight and
Can you explain something to
anticipation.
me that I want to know? How is it that sometimes the fighters, they're not even seeing the punches, but they know where they're coming from, and they're able to move out the way? Because they visibly, how do they know?
What are you talking about?
Like
basically, like I said, anticipating, knowing what they're gonna do before they do it.
Because I heard, I don't know if it was Leonard or somebody say he felt the punch. I don't know if it's reflexes or whatever. He felt the punch coming at him and he moved out of the way.
Anticipation. You're anticipating the punch, the shot before it's released. You know he's gonna do it before he do it. Okay. You know, all that is a part of boxing. Especially if you've been in there a lot of times and knowing how certain people position their hands, and how and the way they what they do before they throw a certain punch. Because some people fight in a rhythm and some people fight in a pattern. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? No certain patterns, they repeat the same pattern over and over.
Right, the right hand, left hook.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's why
jab, right hand, left hook.
When you're in there, you have to know how to switch it up, because you don't want people to catch your pattern and what you do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but that's the first thing you do. You exercise, like you said, you work on the mind, but your eyesight is very important, and a lot of trainers don't even realize that.
Wow.
And the first thing you do is defense. You don't work on offense. You work on the stance. You work on the move, going back and forth. But defense is the key, because the defense is what giving your opponent. Giving your student the confidence. Because if you give them the confidence with defense, they know they can protect themselves. If they go in there with just knowing offense, they don't know that they're unsure they can't protect themselves because they didn't learn defense. They only learned offense.
Right.
So that's the first thing you got to do is teach them defense, and then you teach them offense.
So the jab comes after.
Yeah. Jab don't come until they learn how to get out the way of the jab. You don't even teach them how to do a jab until they learn how to get out the way of one.
Nice. That's some knowledge right there for everybody. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah. So that's what builds your fighters' confidence. Defense is everything. Everything. That's what's going to keep you and fighting for so long, longevity.
Right.
But so then you got some coaches,
almost any situation.
Right. You got coaches that teaches their fighters offense first, and don't even teach them defense.
Wow.
You know, nice. and that's why these people getting hurt. And
Exactly.
anytime I teach my fighter, I make sure the defense is sharp before they even get in that ring to spar.
Wow.
You know
That's
what
the
I'm
real
saying?
thing. And
Yeah,
when do you like come? I guess your offense comes off of your defense. That's what you're saying.
yeah.
So you
Your
have to teach the
offense,
defense first.
yeah. You want to use the defense, but you also have to create as well. You have to create. You have to use the jab. You have to be able to, you know what I'm saying, be able to open. You have to be able to just do certain things to get a fighter to open up.
Open up, yeah, to open up their defense.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. You have to create your own offers as well. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying. But that don't come to later on. The defense is the key, bro. That's the key.
exactly.
You know.
I
And you
like
got
that.
a lot,
That's some
and
knowledge right there.
it's sad to say, you got a lot of pro fighters that don't have no defense.
I see that,
They have they have
especially today.
they have offense.
Yeah,
Like Better Viva don't have no defense. He's all
not
offense.
really. He does go defensive sometimes and parry and block and stuff, but he still get hit.
Yeah,
He still gets hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you have some fighters that barely get hit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Shakur, he barely
Yeah,
get
yeah,
hit.
yeah. He's very sound
Like
defensively.
like 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 Bud get hit, but he has good defense too.
Oh yeah. He don't get hit with money punches like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you got Tank. Tank got good defense too.
Yes, yes,
People
yes.
don't give him credit. He know how to roll with your punches. You
Yep.
throw a punch, he rolls with it.
Yep. Ride it as well and all kinds of things. He do all kind of things. He's pretty and that's why I said, of all of them, I think Tank is still, I think, the more well-rounded of all of them because he has everything. He has everything: power, quickness, speed, and then he also got the skills. He got them skills. And then he's got the God gifting. So he's got all that.
Yeah, he's able to put button seats, man. That's the thing.
Yeah, that too.
When
That
you're
too. He's
able to put
exciting.
butts to seat and
He
he,
give you he give you knockouts.
and people like knockouts.
Oh yeah, he give you knockouts.
Yeah,
Tank give you knockouts.
that's a crowd seller. That's a crowd seller because look at that's how Mike Tyson was able to make so much
Right.
money because
Right.
he was able to knock people out.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he knocks Frank Martin out with a body shot of some kind. Because Frank don't protect his body enough.
Well, Frank started boxing late.
Yeah.
Kind of, he started boxing at age 17, 18 years old, something like that.
Yeah.
And
He good though. He tough.
what is he like 20, 28, 29 years old, something?
About 26, 25, 26.
So he's been boxing a short time.
Yeah.
And you gotta look at Tank. Tank been boxing since he was 7,
Yeah.
8 years old. The
Yeah.
experience is gonna catch up to Frank Martin. Don't
Yeah.
take, look. I'm not saying that he's not a good fighter. He's a pretty good fighter,
Oh yeah. He got a nice jab.
especially for somebody who's been boxing for a short
Oh
amount
yeah.
of time.
I
But
agree.
then you run into a person where you got to learn. You have to have more than that
Yeah. Way more than that.
when you fight Tank.
Yeah. Tank's levels above him. Unfortunately.
Exactly. Exactly.
But he'll
And
give he'll give Tank a
I
good
think
run.
what happened is the reason why Frank is so confident in this fight because I think they sparred one another at one
Yeah,
point.
they
And
did, but
Frank felt that he got the best of him some kind of way, I guess. But you
I
gotta
don't know
realize
about that.
that's just sparring. In a
Yeah,
real fight, you gotta think about it. No headgear. You wear smaller gloves. You
smaller
got the
glove.
crowd. You got the crowd out there. It's a whole different story.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I mean, Frank's a professional. That's what I like about him. He's very professional about it. But thing is, I see him get hit with body shots too easily. And Tank, that's his thing. His bread and butter is body punching. Tank,
Hmm.
Tank go to the body like nobody's business. So that's what makes Tank so dangerous. he be just landing those straight lefts and
he's very he has good punch placement.
oh
But that's
yeah,
what him and Calvin and the other
Kenny.
thing, Kenny they work on.
Yeah, they got all those veteran moves.
If you watch what they do when
Yeah,
it come to camp, they have a rigorous camp, bro.
yeah.
Same as Bud. Bud have a rigorous camp. You
Yeah,
know,
Tank is tricky. Such a tricky guy. You think you think he's one place and he's actually closer to you than you think.
but
And
I'm gonna tell you,
seems range.
I'm gonna tell you something that most people don't know. That Rolly was giving Tank problems, bro.
Yeah. Kind of.
Rolly first couple rounds, Rolly was giving Tank problems.
Yeah, Tank.
Rolly
He
had
felt
Tank
the power.
on his heel until he made that mistake.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
notice, same thing with Ryan. You can't do more than one. If you do something twice, Tank is gonna counter it. Same
right.
thing with Ryan did. Ryan did two hooks and got countered and dropped.
Yeah.
Rolly did two right hands and got countered and dropped.
Yeah. But Tank was actually controlling Raleigh. That's why he started to talk and he was talking to the audience and all kinds of things because he knew he had it under control after he started to pull at the jab. He was pulling at his jab and keeping his jab in hand at home at times. Same thing he did with Ryan. And he
Yeah,
knew he had to fight in the bag after that. But Ryan landed some shots on him and he was grabbing for life. He was like, okay, he got some pop.
yeah.
He had a,
I know. He had Rolly had him grabbing. I know that.
yeah, with the left hook. He hit him a left
Yeah,
hook.
he caught him, and then Tank does have a chin on him.
Oh yeah, he had a hell of a chin.
Yeah, he
Hell,
has chin because he stood up to Rolly
yeah,
shots.
but he buckled him though. Raleigh
Yeah,
buckled him.
yeah, he did. What happened was he just got tired, and then he started getting
Sloppy
very sloppy
and
defensively
reckless. He
and
got
reckless.
reckless. Trying to get Tank and walk right into the shot. Boom. That was it. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's been good talking to you, Coach.
Good talking to you too, bro.
Yeah, we must do this more often. I actually learned, something from this discussion. So this is what it's all about. It's about learning
Definitely.
and, learning about defense and how
Hmm.
important defense is in boxing.
Yeah,
And really
iron
enjoyed.
sharp as iron. Iron sharp as iron, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I have not ever professionally or otherwise boxed, right?
Okay.
Now, you the coach.
Did
You
you
actually the boss of this
did
thing.
you ever did it at an amateur level?
No, no, no.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
just like I fought a couple of times in terms of sparring. Just it was fooling around. It
Oh,
wasn't no
okay.
serious.
All
Yeah,
right.
but I do like to watch and observe boxing. But I do want to still at the age of 50 get into a professional fight. A lot of people in my family doesn't want me to do it, and different people don't want me to do it, but I really want to do it. So,
You're 50 years old right now?
yep.
Okay. I'm 54.
Oh, you're only 4 years older than me. Well, that's cool, man.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're giving back to the young people and the older people as well. I think this sport is a beautiful sport.
Oh yeah,
I have a
definitely.
lot of respect for it, and I wish
Hmm.
people could just understand the beauty of it. What it involves. You see, like what you just
You
said there,
if you want to compete, if I were you, I would
right?
compete. I would compete at a
Senior,
senior what you call it? It has people, at a certain age limit to where
yeah,
you can win a trophy or something like that.
yeah, the tournaments.
I would not go pro.
Okay, okay,
Mm.
yeah, I'll probably do some sort of amateur fighting or something like
Right.
that.
So you could say that, but I will go to join the gym and get my sparring in and prepare very well before you do that.
Before I do that, yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm just gonna go in there, going home and get knocked out or
Nah.
badly hurt.
Yeah, you won't be very prepared.
Right. Yeah, man, it's good talking with you,
Good
RJ
talking to you,
Jenkins.
man. Good talking
Yeah,
to you.
we chopped
I
up
told
some
you, I
boxing,
told
man.
you I was gonna get on your live the next time you know.
You did say that. You
Yeah.
did say that, and you followed through, man. And it's good talking with you. I see. I like having conversations with people about boxing more than just talking here myself talk or arguing with people and stuff. And there's always the news cycle that goes around, which is fun. But I try to kind of just educate the fans a little bit on boxing where I can.
Right.
Try to uh, weed through certain things. But I like how you kind of flushed it out because a lot of people don't know, they go with the news cycle and they pick this guy or they pick that guy, but they don't understand the reasons behind why a fighter might be doing this or why a fighter might be doing that. And we kind of very dismissive about it, but it's a lot more. It's people's livelihood that we're actually talking about sometimes. And
Right.
you don't
Right.
realize how that's why the boxers take it so seriously. That's why
Yeah.
sometimes they don't engage in certain fights. This is their job. This is what they get paid to do. So you're trying to, get the best opportunities for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody understands. Yes, it is entertainment, and yes, it is a sport. But then,
Yeah, people putting their lives on the line, and
yeah,
they have loved ones. They have loved ones that they have to feed.
take care of. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally work.
For our entertainment, you
Right.
gotta realize, you got a couple of guys that died
Yes.
get into that ring. So I mean, it's nothing to play with. It's just
Oh, this is not a sport, really.
it's a
It's
very barbaric sport.
Yeah, it's very
But
dangerous.
you can make a lot of money from it.
The top guys, the
Yeah,
top
top
guys can.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of boxers out there that are really good at just nobody knows about them like that. And I feel how about some of the boxers out there. I mean, some of them got the chance, they got the opportunity and they went with it, and they're kind of named.
Look at Matisse. Look at him.
Right.
He's a tough guy. He battled his way up. He took a guy's life, but uh he
Oh, you
he
mean Mateus
yeah,
Gabriel?
Mateus, yeah, him. But
Yeah,
nobody wouldn't really know him if he didn't get that opportunity to fight.
yeah. He beat Malik.
He was a last minute replacement.
Yeah, he beat Malik Hawkins and he beat Dadashev. I think that's the guy that he killed.
Right.
Dadashev. Yeah, Eastern European guy. And then Malik Hawkins, who fought Richardson Hitchens, I think he fought Malik Hawkins. Malik Hawkins was a great, promising guy from
From out of Baltimore.
Tanks Gym.
Yeah, it's out of Baltimore, yeah.
Yeah, so.
But usually when he fights people, they're never the same.
Right, because he again, like you said, Mateus got a serious will. He can walk through hell to get to you. He's that kind of guy.
He don't have defense.
He don't have the greatest defense now.
He just walked through your punches to get his punches off.
Yeah, to get his stuff off. He's tough. He a tough guy. He's strong and he's tough.
Yeah.
And he got some method to the madness. I mean, he switch hits and he uses either hand to get to you, and he rolls some punches and stuff. He don't get hit with everything, but yeah, he tough. He's strong. Tough and strong. That's why I look at those fighters and I say, a certain level of fighter they will beat, but I don't see them beating, guys who really know what they're doing in there.
But like I said, who would give him problems would be Russell. Antoine Russell would give him problems.
Yeah, he too quick, too sharp, too quick, and then he'll step around him. He have him turning the whole night, and he just peppering him.
Yeah, that's what will give Batista problems.
Lots of problems.
And he got a battery too, so he's long winded and he's able to. He's always in shape.
Condition. He in great shape.
Yes,
great shape. You know what else would give him problems? He's not a big puncher, but Richardson Hitchens, he know range.
Richardson Hitchens is scared. He said
he don't want to make the limit.
He said that no. He said
IBF.
That's one fight he's gonna stay away from.
He said that it was the weight problems where afterwards you have a rehydration clause where you can't make more than 10 pounds over the.
Nah, he said that he don't. 140. He said he not fighting him. He sparred him before. He said he's not gonna fight him.
He might.
No.
He's fighting a real bad boy from Argentina. What the guy name?
But he's not fighting. He's not fighting Matisse.
No, he's gonna fight this dude from
he's
Argentina.
Staying away from Matisse.
Matisse is Puerto Rico. Let me show you the guy he's gonna fight. This guy, you really should check him out. Gustavo, what is it? Gustavo Leiva. Check him out. He a beast. That's who Richardson Hitchens gonna face next. Gustavo Leiva. Check him out. He a beast.
Okay.
He a beast. You know Marcus Maidana? This dude better than Marcus Maidana, but oh my God. He throw hands.
Marcus Maidana didn't have no skill. Marcus Maidana was just a tough man. Coming straight in.
Well, Gustavo Leiva got method to his madness, though. And he a beast. You'll see what I'm talking about. Go watch him. Watch any fight with him.
He got a lot of he has a lot of flaws though. This is why
he get hit, but
this is why that's why Richardson Hitchens took that fight. He know that he
didn't have a choice. This is the eliminator for the IBF title, which is he would, if he passed that eliminator, he would be the mandatory for Subriel Matias. So that's why I can't understand what you're saying about he don't want to face Subriel Matias. He's literally fighting an eliminator to face Subriel Matias.
Nah, but he's not gonna fight.
That's the IBF eliminator. He's gonna be fighting Gustavo Leiva. Go check out Gustavo Leiva. You will see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You'll see why it's almost like a prep fight for Matias. Matias actually is much more. What did I say? He more disciplined, or not more disciplined. He's less action packed than Gustavo Leiva. You gotta see this guy. Gustavo Leiva, oh my God, he's something. Argentinian fighter though. Be a good fight. Let's see if Richardson Hitchens make it out of that fight. Because I'm telling you, man, this dude, I don't know, man. And he's undefeated as well.
Okay, we'll see.
He been knocking out the last couple of opponents he faced as well. Gustavo Leiva. You'll discover him. It's a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. You know, see if Hitchens can handle that. If he can handle that, he probably could beat Subriel Matias. I think he can. I think he has the tools again to beat a fighter like that.
Richardson Hitchens don't have the firepower to keep Matisse off.
See, that's the thing. You always talk about this firepower, right?
You need that. You need that for respect.
Miguel Cotto. Did he have the firepower to keep off Miguel Cotto?
Yes.
Miguel Cotto is a beast.
He had a firepower to keep anybody off of him. You remember when he first.
Who did Floyd knock out though in the welterweight division?
No. Listen what I'm saying. What was Floyd's biggest fight before he became Money Mayweather? When he was
Arturo Gatti. That was at 140.
No, that's not his biggest fight. Before he became Money Mayweather.
That's it. I don't know another fight.
Yes, Castillo. Okay, and
Gatti was a pay-per-view. This was
right. No. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about money wise. I'm talking about action pack wise.
I don't know.
And he stopped him.
He beat
no.
When you say biggest, what do you mean? I don't understand.
Biggest fight to where everybody thought he was going to lose.
Oh, okay. The first Castillo fight.
Corrales.
Jesus Chavez.
The Corrales fight.
Diego Corrales.
Did you see how he dominated Corrales? Corrales was the bigger puncher.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
That was domination. He dropped him like
dominated him.
5? I think it's 5.
Yes. But Corrales was known to stop people and knock them out.
Yeah.
He was and his speed.
Yeah.
His wit was able to get Corrales up out of there.
Yep.
Corrales couldn't touch him.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is at welterweight, Floyd wasn't known as no knockout artist. He had what? I think he had 1, 2, 3. I think 3 people he knocked out at welterweight.
How many fights did he fight? How many fights did he fight?
10, I think he had 10 opponents he faced, or 8 or something like that. So he ain't really knock out much people.
But he dominated them though. How many
Yeah.
fights? How many fights did he got? How many fights did he dominate? He fought
Almost all, except for the
all right,
Marcus Maidana fight.
right. Because guess what? Because he had the firepower to keep people at bay.
That's my point.
People weren't just walking in on Mayweather.
That's my point with Bivol. You don't have to stop the people. You just have to. They just have to respect your power. Once they ain't walking through your power, that's all you need.
I don't think Benavidez is gonna be able to. He's gonna walk through him. Benavidez is not going to worry about Bivol's power.
If he don't worry about his power, he's gonna get dropped.
I doubt it.
Yeah, because it don't take one shot. It's just two shots. Boop boop, and you're down. Look at what's his name? Regis Prograis. He didn't respect Devin Haney power and got dropped. He got stunned multiple times.
Regis was. You gotta think about Regis. Regis started boxing late as well, bro.
Yeah, but my point is, Regis was.
It has a lot to do with experience. That has a lot to do with experience.
Ain't nobody
bro.
wanted to face Regis at 140 after the Josh Taylor fight. There wasn't nobody lining up to face Regis.
It had a lot to do with experience with him, bro.
But I'm saying Devin Haney hit him a 1-2 and put him down.
Regis was not as schooled as Haney was.
And you think that Beterbiev is as schooled as Bivol? I'm trying to show you some stuff. It's not about hitting that guy one punch. You can blind him with a shot and hit him with another shot.
But it's a difference, bro.
You can mix it up head to body. You know, a lot of these guys trying to fight Beterbiev toe to toe. Bivol's not gonna fight him toe to toe.
Better be if you don't have to, because he's gonna slow him down. He's gonna make him fight.
Say is how he gonna slow down something he can't hit.
He's gonna be able to hit him. He's gonna be able to hit him to the body.
In front of him to because
hit him. He's got to slow. He's gonna have to sit down and punch.
He's not gonna stand in front of him to hit him. He's gonna sit down on punches when he knows it's advantageous to him. He's not gonna sit down on punches in front of you and go toe to toe. It's not a strongman competition. I'm not trying to be a strong man. I'm just trying to outwit you, outsmart you, outmove you, outplay you. It's chess, not checkers, right? So that's what Floyd did with all these bigger guys. Guys much bigger than him, outweighed him by like 13 pounds when he come in. Floyd fought, well, okay, Canelo flat-footed, so we're not going to talk about Canelo. But Floyd fought guys like Victor Ortiz who had quick feet, quick hands, still couldn't find him. Couldn't find Floyd. Outweighed Floyd by, I think it was 13.
Bivol's going to get stopped, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think so. The boxing IQ is way above Beterbiev's. Way above. Way above. This dude on another level. And you said it, defense wins. Defense is very important in fights.
Yes, but he has to be able to execute it.
He got that defense.
He has to be able to execute it.
Yeah, you gonna execute it.
Okay.
Didn't you see? Look, I mean, Canelo's a smaller, faster guy, right? And he was turning Canelo. He would turn in Canelo.
But Canelo's a small, exactly.
He would catch Canelo with shots Canelo didn't even see.
That's like a big man picking on a little guy.
No, but Canelo's quick. That's what you're
underplaying. But he's quick. Okay. But he's still little though. He's still
quicker
though.
See, it's about foot speed. It's about if I could get in a position before you, and I know Bivol can get in position before Beterbiev. He can catch him with shots where Beterbiev is still turning into the shot. This is what I'm seeing. That's why I'm saying I don't know about, even if the ring's small, it's a circle. I'm going around you. I'm stepping around you. I'm stepping around you.
You can move but so much.
You got to come find me.
You can move but so much. You can move but so much in a smaller ring, bro.
But you always.
If I'm cutting you off in a smaller ring, I'm making the ring smaller. The more I cut you off, the smaller the ring is. And if you're fighting in a smaller ring to begin with, you don't have much space to work around me.
But here's the thing, what I'm saying, right? It's all about getting in position, meaning it's how I turn. Okay, so if I cut
you off, you ain't turning nowhere.
But how you going to cut me off if I keep on turning?
I can cut you off. I can cut you off.
How you gonna cut me off?
Easily. Get there before you. I'm moving. I'm not. You can move all you want.
I'm not making these
you
big
move
steps.
all you want. I do it.
Steps. I'm not
You
making
don't
big
have to.
steps.
You don't have to.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm coming forward and I'm cutting you off. Wherever you think you're going, you're not gonna go.
No, the thing is, where you think I am, I'm not there.
I'm gonna make you go where I want you to go.
I'm not there.
I'm gonna make you go where I want you to go by the way I cut the ring off.
I'll just bait your ass in. Yeah.
And guess what? I'd rather take one of your punches.
And it's bap, and I'm gone.
I'd rather take one of your
bap, and I'm gone.
All right. Let me ask you a question. You rather take one of Bivol punches or one of Better Beaver's punches?
Who say I'm taking any punches?
I'm just saying. If you had to take a punch and they offer you $10 million, would you rather take Bivol punch or Better Beaver to punch?
$10 million for the same person? Or we doing it different?
I said, if they offer you $10 million to take punches from both of these fighters.
First of all, where am I
would you take Bivol punch or Better Beaver punch in your head?
No, I ain't taking no punches from nobody in my head.
For $10 million?
You just said you teach us defense. Why would I want to take a punch in my head?
I'd rather take a Bivol punch before I take a Better Beaver punch.
Am I getting to block my head? Am I getting to block my head?
Yeah.
Am I getting to block it?
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I'm cool with that. Anyone.
Yeah, okay.
But you gotta give me at least 6 months to toughen up and get myself in order. Get my boxing in order. You gotta give me time now. I ain't taking that just like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. Because defense is defense. It is what it is. If you either have it or you don't have it, like you said. And I'm just saying, to me, a fighter like Bivol, I mean, the dude know how to change range. He know how to manipulate.
That's good.
He know how to do too many things very well.
That's good. That's good.
You know what Peterbiev gonna look like? A sloppy clown. He gonna look like he gonna swing and miss at air. He gonna miss at everything. Doing his combinations, Chris, jabbing at air. And Bivol just be picking him apart. I could see that happening.
I'm gonna put them. I hope they got
like an amateur.
I hope they have Bivol as a favorite. I really hope so.
I know he's gonna win because I know.
I said I hope they have him as a favorite.
I know what he can do. I know what he can do.
I'm picking Bivol. I'm picking Better Beaver.
Peterbiev gonna look like an amateur, like he never.
Matter of fact, let me ask you a question. Look it up and see who's the betting odds between those two. If you do that favor,
I believe Peterbiev. I think
Let me see.
has it right now.
Let me see.
I don't know for sure. It's kind of far away from the fight.
But they still should have the odds.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know what this is Sky Bet.
Okay.
They got it 10-11. I don't know what 10/11 means, or 6/4. So the winner, they have him 10-11. And they have win by KO 6/4. And then they have a draw 16-1. And then Dimitri Bivol winning 10-11, win by KO 8-1. So I'm assuming 10-11. I don't know what that means.
It's close.
Yeah. I tell you, because you're talking about a guy who has not only skill, but he also has the determination to win. We don't know what would happen if he got a hit flush. What would happen? But we know he's not a natural 175-pounder. He came up from 168. That's Bivol, right?
Yeah.
Peterbiev
came down from heavyweight.
He come from heavyweight. So we're talking about a big guy versus a little guy.
Exactly.
But the little guy got that skill, and that's the thing they're watching at: the smarts, the skill, and the maneuverability. Whereas the big guy, he got the strength, the power. He technically sound too. He coming to get the small guy. We assume. We don't know what will happen as the fight goes on. Maybe in the beginning he was chasing down Bivol, but later on, if he gets frustrated or whatever, and Bivol's got an upper hand on him, we don't know if Bivol start throwing hands, like serious hands, trying to get him out of there. So I'm thinking of a 12-round fight. I'm not thinking of like what will happen in the first round, second round, third round. I'm thinking of it as a chess game, a chess match. And what is it can the little guy do to the big guy? Because we know if Beterbiev land flush on Bivol, it's game over. Without defense. Right? He catch him flush, it's over, right? No ifs, buts, or maybes. But the question is, does Bivol's defense stand up to Beterbiev? Everything he knows about defense. And that's where I am saying, yes, it does. I've seen him beat up guys much bigger, much stronger than him. Some guys throw a lot of punches, and he decreased their punch rate. Against Bivol, just like with Floyd, the punch rate of these guys goes down because these guys just can't find him. They can't find him. They can't find the range. They can't find the range. He's varied the range. He's close sometimes. He's far away. Sometimes he's here. Sometimes he's over there. They throw a punch. They miss because they went down to the wrong line. He countered them. So it's this kind of tricky guy that we're dealing with. It's like Tank. Tank, you have the longer reach and everything, and Tank be setting you up. He inching in. He inching in off of angles. He keeping your jab at home so he could slide in when he need to slide in and do his thing. Because you wouldn't think that Tank could cover that distance, and then you realize, oh shit, he knocked him down. You know, so that's the thing that I look at. I look at how guys use defense to their advantage. You know what I'm saying? How he beat Mario Barrios. How this short little guy Pitbull, how he gets under the shots, bob and weave, get in close, bang the body as he's coming up. That kind of stuff is what I'm watching at in the boxing, and I'm saying, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You know, some guys know how to use their height and reach and make adjustments, you know, to sort of offset the guy who might be coming in who's shorter. But then some guys, like you said, Tank have special effects. He be setting you up, and you realize he's setting you up.
Yeah.
And you go to attack him, and that's when he slide in and do his thing. You know.
Well, Mayweather taught him a lot too.
Oh yeah. He taught him the patience and keep your composure and be calculated. And he showed him, you know, like certain.
He also taught Haney a lot.
Yeah. Haney was there. Shakur was there. Raleigh even got a little something from Floyd.
Yeah, but
a couple other guys too.
These guys, he spent more time with Tank than he spent with any other guy. Tank and Haney. Tank is
tricky, man. Tank. I'm not gonna lie. Tank is tricky. I'm not saying he faced the best possible competition. I wish he would step up his competition, but
he don't have to. But why should he step up if he's getting paid big money not to?
Yeah,
if I'm getting paid money just to beat up on anybody, why should I go? That's why he's not worried about no belts because he's getting paid.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's what Bob Arum and they was trying to stop. They were trying to get the fighters to, you know, fight each other because when you get so comfortable that, you know, you could get this paycheck right here. I don't need to fight.
He ain't worrying about no belts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's made more money than all those guys at his weight class.
Oh yeah. Hands down. He's the cash cow out there. Once you're talking 147 and down, he's a cash cow. Canelo is like the cash cow for 160 all the way up to 175. Even 154 to 75 because Charlo got some money off of him.
Right.
Charlo ain't looking to fight anytime soon. He got paid. That man got paid. You hear nothing about Charlo right now.
Yeah, that's why he dumped those belts.
He's paid. He's like, hey man, I can wrap it up if I want to.
Yeah, he's not hungry no more.
Oh no.
He went and got a check and that was it.
Yep. That's a serious check right there. You know what I mean? Ryan's good too. Ryan don't got to do no more boxing for the rest of his life. If he don't,
but they set for life. You heard they messing with his money though, right?
Who's messing with his money?
He exposed a lot of people.
And you mean people who he was sponsored with? The sponsors?
No, some other people he exposed, and some big people are messing with his money. He say he
freezing his money, so he can't use it.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not able to touch his bread.
Access it. That's crazy. That's crazy. I like him. I like Ryan. I mean, he's landed on something that um even if he never becomes a world champion, he just having those guys that he faced and just being a money generator, a guy who could hype a fight.
Because he got a following.
Yeah, yeah.
Haney don't have that following like him.
No.
Haney don't have that
Ryan got
following
a big
like
following.
Tank or Ryan. You know what I'm saying? That's why Haney's chasing. Why Haney's chasing a guy that don't have no belt? Why is a champion chasing a guy that don't have no belt? You have to question.
Money.
Exactly.
Of course, that guy said he was gonna face Haney, so that's another reason. But money, that's what they're in for, right? It's professional boxing. It's all about money. But I just feel like it's a sport too, so you should face the best. Should face the best. That's all we as from a fan perspective. That's all we want.
Yeah, but they're gonna take the easy route. Because at the end of the day, after their careers are over, fans gonna move on to somebody else.
Absolutely, it's the next hot thing.
So they're looking out for themselves and themselves only.
Yeah, and advising
And
other fighters to do the
and
same.
if they could continue pissing on you and telling you it's raining, and
Of course.
you keep on falling for it.
That's why I was talking about the difference between Cap and a real fighter. You could see like Isaac Cruz. Raleigh Romero is all about, entertaining people in between. Isaac dial in, man. Pitbull's dial in. He ain't joking, he ain't laughing, he ain't smiling. He coming to do what you gotta do and get the job done. And I think Pitbull's gonna punish Raleigh. He gonna punish him.
I think Rolly could beat Pitbull.
Huh?
I think Rolly could beat Pitbull.
He probably could, but I don't think he will.
Because Pitbull has a pattern, man. He's a pattern fighter. He don't throw no jabs.
I still seen him throw some jabs, man. I've seen him throw jabs.
He don't.
He do. But because he's so short, he get under punches. So he sort of counter attacks your attack. So if you, I wouldn't say he counter punches, I'll say he counter attacks. Because let's say you throw a jab, he gonna get under it or slip under it, and then he's gonna come he's trying to close the distance then. So he's waiting for you. He's not just going to close the distance or just running like a madman. He gonna bob and weave, slip and slide, and get to the inside, and then he can do his thing and get busy. So that's what I see with him. But he does throw jabs, and he don't throw a lot of jabs. You're right. He's not really a jabber because he has short arms anyway. So he looked to counter your motion. I see dollar bills, my brother.
Yeah, I'm counting some money right now.
All right. Get paid. It's wonderful. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying that I think that Pitbull Cruz is I know Raleigh is improving in his boxing, but I just don't think I don't think he's on that level where he can box and then probably stop Pitbull coming inside. I don't see it, but maybe you are right. Maybe
it's gonna be an action fight, an action fight. Yeah, for however long it lasts.
Yeah, I think so too. People say it's a 50-50
fight. I think Pitbull is really underestimating Rolly because of his style.
I don't know about that. I don't think he's underestimating him at all. I just think he's confident in his defense as he's going in. When he's closing the distance or wherever he's doing, he's confident in his defense. So I don't think he underestimates Rolly at all.
I think so.
Why do you think he underestimates Rolly though?
because he look. I think he looking past him because the way,
Pass Rolly?
yeah,
He's to me, he's totally focused on Rolly. In fact, he ain't been mentioning nobody else. And when they interviewed him, he said, "Listen, I don't even have time for that. I don't care about that. I just want to go in the ring and beat this guy up." It seems as though he's dialed in. He seems like the focused one. Rolly is the guy that he be, making jokes, and what Rolly trying to do is sort of tease Pitbull into getting overly aggressive so he can make a mistake so he can catch him with a shot. So that's what Rolly's trying to do. Whereas Pitbull, on the other hand, he not looking to make those mistakes, and he going in there to get him, to go get him. I do admit Pitbull looked sloppy in his last fight against that kid Giovanni, whatever his name is. He did look sloppy. But then it was an ugly fight in which Giovanni would, be jab, throwing the left hand, clinch it, right? I don't think that's the kind of fight we want with Rolly and Pitbull. We don't want Rolly clinching up on Pitbull or throwing a couple. Well, he'll be right-handed anyway, so he'll be right-handed, so it'll be a different fight. Yeah.
We'll see. You gonna watch the fight?
Definitely. I think that's going to be the best fight of the night.
Yeah, but then you got to also think about the coach change.
Salas?
Yeah, with Rolly in the middle. How's that going to affect him?
Salas a good trainer.
How's that going to add on or subtract from Rolly? You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
It's going to add on, I think. I think Rolly's going to be better, but I just don't think good enough. I don't think he'd be good enough, but I definitely think it's going to improve him. But I think Rolly's trying to be more of a boxer than he's trying to be what he is.
You can't change him. You gotta continue to make what's working. That's the same thing with Wilder. All of a sudden, he wants to start learning how to box and stuff, and this is the reason why he lost the what's his name?
To Parker, Joseph
Parker, right? You want to start all of a sudden. First of all, how are you being trained by somebody you knocked out? You understand what I'm saying? You knocked out your trainer, and he's training you. Come on, bro. How much can he really teach you? That's the most bizarre thing I've seen in my life.
Mark Breland was the best trainer for him.
Yeah, I know Mark. I know Mark personally.
Yeah, Mark was that right hand.
They both had similar styles. Yeah, that's why Mark was able to. Mark was able to work with him.
Yeah.
But they handcuffed Mark so much to where it was more than most people realize. Oh. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have Wilder's number. Okay. The only way he was able to contact Wilder, it was through that trainer. What's his name? His assistant trainer.
Oh, the white guy. Hispanic guy?
The white guy.
Oh, the white guy. Okay. That's terrible, man.
Yeah. So
that means they started to come down and try and grab the money from Wilder and push him away.
So yeah, exactly. So he was, he didn't have that relationship that most people thought he had with Wilder.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And he actually saved Wilder's life by stopping that fight. But Wilder felt that he was doing him injustice, when actually he was the one, I think, that helped him and saved him. His guy was bleeding out his ear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Wilder's something's crazy. Wilder's not in his right mind, bro.
Well, Wilder,
you train the guy. You train to fight the way you always fight to get you to the top. Now you want to jump around, try to box. That's not you.
Yeah,
that's not you.
No.
You are the type of dudes to seek and destroy and throw that right hand.
Right hand.
That's
That's
your
what he do.
MO.
That's
Yeah.
his MO. Yep.
So you trying to that's not you can't do that. And then you got this guy Malik trying to teach you something. He can't teach you nothing if he don't know nothing.
Right.
He can't he couldn't beat you. So how you being trained by somebody that you beat? That's retarded.
Yeah, we didn't see the right hand against Joseph Parker at all. Not at all. He
He
never
fought the
threw.
whole he fought that fight wrong because
Yeah.
he's supposed to be an aggressor.
Right.
Parker's a smaller fighter than him, bro. Parker had to reach up for you, and you sitting there and boxing and moving around where you didn't have to.
Yeah. And that's what I mean by, if you, I mean, Raleigh was with Salas before. So I'm not saying that Salas can't do something good for him. I just think that whatever Salas is doing, Raleigh was better when he was just raw. The rawer he was, the less likely, you are to figure out what he's gonna do because he'll be more unorthodox in his movements and everything.
Right,
But as you refine him and you make him more of a boxer, he gets more predictable.
right, that too. So it's a blessing and a curse at the same time
Yeah,
with him.
you know.
You know, because Rolly has power. He
Oh, he
does
does.
have power,
Yeah,
but he doesn't. His thing is basic. He's basic. And then Cruz is basic too.
yeah. Cruz is just block
Cruz is going to the body and hitting you with that
going to the body.
overhand.
That's
He
right.
goes to the body and hits you with the overhand.
Yep,
Okay, that's the thing because he's so short.
yep. Because he had to close a lot of distance too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now Rody uses his jab and use a half step back counter. He could catch Cruz each and
coming
every
in.
time. Yes.
But Cruz though,
Use that half step back counter and turn him. He'll have him going in circles.
yeah. If he could turn him,
And use his jab
definitely.
because Cruz don't have a jab. Use his jab on Cruz and have him move. Use
Yeah.
that jab. Use his feints
But
and
you
use
think
his
Raleigh
jab.
could do all of that though? I just don't see
Yeah,
Raleigh doing that.
use his feints and use his jab. Work behind his feints. Get him get Cruz to react.
Raleigh?
Get Cruz to react to to the feints. And once you get him to react, because the feint is just as good as a jab if you get your opponent to react. So
But you
once you
telling
use your feint,
you saying
when you use
things
your
that I
feint,
don't. You see Raleigh fainting Cruz and all of that. You think he could do all of
he
that?
can add that to the arsenal. It doesn't take much that we use a feint.
Yeah, but under pressure.
A basic fighter can feint.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is under the pressure when Cruz is all up on him, what's he gonna do? You remember?
Nah,
Yeah, it's easy in principle, like you're saying, to do that. You remember you have to do that repeatedly over and over to second nature to you, right?
yeah, you have to be repetitive.
But Raleigh doing
Yeah,
all that,
I'm
I can't
saying.
see him doing that.
I think that's another arsenal that's going to be added into his game because
He needs that.
I think I can see Cruz falling into that,
Oh
falling
yeah,
for the feint,
he'll bite some of the feints for sure and stay
and
on
he
the
like
outside.
and Cruz like to have the high guard. He
Yeah,
like to have the high guard.
that's what he used
If you could punch around his ear, punch around the gloves, you can catch Cruz.
down the center. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Open him up.
If you knock his glove down and counter him at the same time, he's easy. He's an easy target. You
Yeah,
knock his glove down with the outer hand and catch it with the open hand.
but he's quick though. Cruz is quick. I watched him versus Tank. How he was able to pull back out of shots. Like he looked like he flying it, and then he just pulled back out of the shot and stuff like that. So I was wondering if because he's quick. That's the thing with Cruz. People don't
Mhm.
realize he's because he's so small. He's also very fast.
The thing
But
about him, the way it be him is to start off high, and when he start going to the body and he's shooting the shots high, you drop low.
right, right.
You drop low, and he'll miss every time
And
because
while you
you
dropping
gotta
low,
think,
you could
huh?
offload something on him while he's
Right.
going high up here. You could catch him with something underneath here. Or,
Right. Exactly. And
yeah.
you step around him.
Yep.
You step around because he's very basic. Cruz is
Yeah.
very basic. He high guard. He has high guard, and he likes to go to your body. He likes to size you up for that overhand.
Yeah. True Mexican style.
Yeah,
Overhand right.
yeah, you got outpoint him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if Rolly's gonna do that. I don't know. Rolly might wanna
Yeah.
fight power with power.
That's why I think he's gonna get caught up in a fight. And I also think that Raleigh's a guy who's not as quick as Cruz. Cruz is fast.
Yeah, Cruz is quick. He's underestimatedly quick. Yeah, he's quick
So that's the
for his
thing. And
size.
then so when Raleigh's
And
trying to make a move,
then he's real hungry. He really
yeah,
wants to win that belt.
extremely hungry.
He wants
Extremely
to be
hungry.
world champion.
Yeah. So it's all those things
And
I
then
was thinking.
because you got a lot of fighters that feel that Rolly is the weakest link at 140.
He is though the
You
weakest
know,
champion.
yeah, and Rolly knows that. Rolly
Yeah.
knows that. Rolly knows that. And this is where he can establish his respect.
Mhm.
You know, but you
Well, we'll
gotta
see.
understand he's the most inexperienced champion at 142.
I mean, I'm even surprised he's world champion,
Yeah,
because he started super late.
yes.
He
But you
started
gotta
super,
understand he
super
still
late.
had fighting background. He was a
No,
martial artist.
yeah, he was a martial artist, but he wasn't
Yeah,
a boxer.
he still had a fighting background. So
Yeah,
that's where his toughness comes from.
yeah, he's tough. But I'm amazed that he even
And his
became world
endurance.
champion in such a short time. So it's
Yeah.
really that's a pretty impressive.
Like Mayweather and them, they know how to move fighters, man.
Yeah, yeah, they
This
do.
is the reason why Take is where he is now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But what happened is that they want too much of the pie. They want too much of the pie. That's why Take had to break off for him. Because why would I have a name right now? Why would I have to pay you when I can, you know what I'm saying, be my own promotion?
and he was a promoter of GTD Promotions for a while, eh? So his
Yeah,
contract with
but
Mayweather
yeah,
Promotions
it
for a
was
little bit.
over. Yeah, that's why Mayweather was so pissed off when he fought was about to fight Garcia because he knew he wasn't going to see none of that money.
Yeah, but PBC Mayweather's still part of PBC,
Yeah,
so
but it's not the same. They was getting a big piece of the pie before when he was signed to Mayweather.
well, I
You know
mean,
what I mean? This is
he
the
got
reason.
Carmel
This
Morton,
is the
he got
reason
a whole
why.
bunch of
This is the reason
really
why. Because
good
if you remember when he was getting ready to fight and he went to Vegas, he brought his bags there and Mayweather gym, and Mayweather kicked him out.
yeah, he kicked him out initially. Yeah.
Yes, yes. You know what I'm saying? Because Mayweather's selfish like that.
Yeah, the moment.
You're not signed with me no more. You don't need to be working in my gym. He's like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna take my
Yeah.
ball and go home with it. That's his attitude.
Yeah, but he changed his mind. I guess Leonard probably
Yeah,
talked him
I
out.
mean, he had no he understand that he that Tank did the same thing he did because remember he was under Bob Irwin. He had to split because
Yeah.
he wasn't getting paid.
Yeah.
But he didn't think Tank was that smart.
Man, Tank, Adrian Broner is smart. Adrian Broner has his own promotional company as well, but
Adrian
still
was
has to
broke,
couple
man.
with other people.
Adrian Brown is finished. She's broke.
He still has fighters under him, believe it or not.
Nah, no,
He's a promoter. He has Robert Easter still under him,
nah.
and some other fighters.
He's broke, bro.
AB broke, but
He's
he
broke.
not really.
When you fighting with a broken down Don King that has no fighters for $1 million contract. Come on, bro. That means you broke.
He is broke, but he still got money in a way.
Nah, he ain't got
I
no
think
money.
Al has some of his money. Al Heyman has some of his money. It just never
Mm,
stored up
uh,
for the future.
he's not paying. I was not paying him nothing.
Al holding back some of his money, hopefully. Still,
Yeah,
Al didn't pay him. Didn't pay him. He say he has $10 million for him. I'll have $10 million for him, or something like that.
I don't know what he got for, but I just know that he was signed with Don King for $1 million. He wouldn't have ever got that $1 million. He probably broke by now. That $1 million probably gone.
I hope he didn't take an advance.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner, man. Anyways, man, RJ Jenkins, you
right,
was trying to sleep for the longest while. Let me leave you alone so you can get your sleep, sir. Have a good night.
You too,
and
man.
What you need is out. Peace to everybody out there. I hope you all guys learned something.
Take care.
Right, have a good one.
Later.
Yeah, man.